shot, get run up, shut up. Your mouth get stun up, shut up. All of my stunners go run up, get run up, 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 get run up, run up, run up, run up, run up. full of stunners. We'll run up on shot, get run up, shut up. Your mouth get stunner, shut up. All of my stunners gon' run up, get run up, 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 get run up, run up, run up, run up, run up, run up.
Renegade, 2018 world champion, largely considered one of the best slayers in Halo 5 history. Bound, fastest player in Halo 2v2 expert, and currently signed to Inconceivable. This duo has been wreaking havoc throughout the online doubles competition and was looking like they would never be dethroned. Until now, Saiyan, one of the best shots in Halo, top 5 player, and IGL specialist. Bubudubu, Halo 5 and Reach land champion and long-range shot expert. Go, baby. Watch these four titans collide on Tuesday, February 23rd. 2 pro teams, $1,000 on the line. Winner takes all. Are you ready? Yes.
Produced by Louis V. Titan and live from Bryan, Texas. You're watching Louis V. Titan's Money Tuesday.
Oh my God, Bashford.
Louis V. Titan's Money Tuesday starts now.
What is going on, everybody? My name is Brandon Pettis, aka Louis V. Titan, and this is Money Tuesday. I am joined right here with Alex Irwin, Mr. Nighty Night. How you doing, Alex?
Doing fine, sir. How about yourself?
Doing pretty good. It is a great day because it is Money Tuesday. We do apologize for postponing for 1 week, but we had some hectic weather here in Texas. We are not used to this. We saw the whole state covered in winter weather advisories, which is pretty generational. It's like a once in a generation thing. So we had to postpone. We had no power. I had no water. Man, I felt like I was living in a cave over here, man.
How did you do? Did you do okay?
We did all right. We made it, and we're here now, and that's what counts. Because
there you go.
We have a hell of a fight card prepared for you guys. The undercard. It's gonna be Druk and Soulsnipe versus Frosty and the rising. I'm gonna call him a star. The rising star Vemzii. This man, his stock's been going up, man. What do you think about this kid, Nighty?
Dude, we've already heard some of his passion in the listen-ins. We know what he's capable of in the game. We've seen his snipes. We've seen that he literally has no fear. I mean, he's ready to challenge the world and take them all on. This guy, I'm so ready to watch him play again.
Yeah, absolutely. Speaking of them playing, what they're going to be doing, this is called Money Twos for a reason, right? It's determined to be the best and the most competitive version of Halo 5. If you're playing for money, these guys want to play this rotation. We got Truth, we got Plaza, and we got Regret. Nighty, you want to run through them real quick?
Yeah, Truth, obviously midship, is the remake in Halo 5. It's camo dependent. You need to make sure you grab it and take control of the map using top, middle, and circulating through those spawns. That is going to be so essential. But one of my favorite maps in the rotation has got to be Plaza, for one reason and one reason only, and that is going to be because of the sniper. The sniper rifle is just the key to exciting gameplay. You see all of the highlights from this map alone, and honestly, it just brings everything to life. A lot of people talk about like Plaza being an absolute staple. You gotta have it and play it as much as possible. And then, last but not least, Regret. Regret is basically played the same way as Truth. It's very much a rotational map, a little bit more cover on top, middle, and a lot more, ways to stay alive. So a lot more movement based, and it's a god tier 2v2 map. You have to be good on it if you want to win your series.
No doubt you have to be good. And if you want to play on Money Tuesday, we got a lot of inquiries about people like how to play, how do I get involved. You got to be good. You got to be one of the best. And you got to put up a fight against these people here. I am actually I'm gonna take a step back. I'm gonna let these guys take over the broadcast while I punch a bunch of buttons and make sure everything goes good and all that good stuff. We are gonna be joined by the usual. We got Mr. Garrett O'Toole, Yu-Gi-Oh! Tools Cast. We got Why Not Be Reckless, Why Not Be Casting, Mr. Tony Rose. And then, of course, we got our beloved HGS host, Mr. Shyway. How are you guys doing?
Great. Happy to be here, guys. Look at all these beautiful people, by the way. Man, we're back.
We back.
I'm excited.
This is it. Money Tuesday. We couldn't do it last week. I was so bummed. We are finally here. This is some amazing matches we've got today. I want to jump right in and start talking about these players. I mean, this is incredible. We got to get some predictions out there. We got to start talking about this undercard and the main event. But first of all, I want to just get everybody out there that's watching a thank you. Thank you for tuning in, getting in early. I saw all of you guys ready for it. You guys were talking about it. Make sure to tweet out, hashtag Tuesday, 2SDAY. And let us know your predictions for the undercard and the main event, and we'll post them up on the stream. And also follow the Twitch, and subscribe to our YouTube. We're putting a lot of work into there, putting our archives up and making sure that we have some cute little thumbnails. Shout out to Gary here for putting some amazing stuff together. And it's been a ride. But I want to start off here with talking about our undercard. We've got Druk and Soulsnipe are going to be back. They played against Bound and Renegade, and they fell flat. They did a great job. It was a very, very challenging match. But they just couldn't get it done. But let's talk about Druk. Gary, what do you got for me?
Okay, so Druk. Did anyone watch last Saturday and just think, oh my God, Druk is becoming the player that we all thought he could become? Because the way that he took over in the finals, I think is indicative of what we're going to see of Druk for now on. He is, to me, one of the most promising players on that KCP roster. I think they're going to do great things come Infinite, and he's one of those players that has the potential of popping off in any match that he plays in, but he's always going to be the dirty work, right? He's always going to be doing what's necessary for them to win, and then when he needs to go Super Saiyan, when he needs to power up, he powers up and he goes through. Don't let him have a power weapon in his hand. Don't let him get any kind of advantage on the map because he'll use it. I absolutely love Druk for this match. I think we're going to see a special game today in this undercard. I can't believe this is our undercard because we just have talent all around.
Yeah, it's going to be unbelievable. Obviously, we saw that Frosty couldn't get it done with Trippy last time, and he wanted to come back so bad, so we got him back in here to play with Vemzii. Frosty and Vemzii are going to be pretty much like our highlight for me. Like, I want to see this Vemzii guy explode. I want him to be like this new rising star And I want to see him get a lot of success from this, because that's kind of what we're all about here. We're putting all of the talent on a stage. There isn't really a big stage right now for Halo. And Vemzii has shown that he is capable of so much. But he hasn't really had the HCS experience. He hasn't really had the 4v4. So I think by players seeing this kind of gameplay, they're going to be like, "Oh, maybe we should get in on this guy because he is outstanding." But hey, he's got Frosty with him, and I think that's a big part of this. Alex, tell me about Frosty, the world champion. Is this guy going to be able to help this young star tonight?
Guys, Frosty is the GOAT. What else really needs to be said in this category? I'll add a couple things just because I got to fill the time here, of course. But man's he's a 2-time Halo World Champion. He's a COD champion as well. It doesn't seem to matter what game this guy touches. It's gold. It's like the Midas touch. He's practically invented the game as well. He's been stealing the spotlight in Halo 5 since 2016. He's been picking up. He put all the movement plays together, right? He's got all the Frosty spots, all these these fancy movement plays. On top of that, he's a surgeon with the snipe. He's a scientist when it comes to map awareness. He's got all his PhDs. The man's absolutely incredible. He's a born leader in Halo 5, that's for sure. And I mean, he's got the tournament winnings to prove it. But when it comes to 4s, I'd say he's kind of the undisputed king. In 2s, though, I think the story's still being written. I think, a couple weeks ago, he did lose, of course, to Bound and Renegade. But it seems like every single time he plays 2s, he continues to get better. He continues to be deadlier. Here are some of the stats on screen here. It says total money earned $13,000. To be honest, if you look at his prize winnings, it's well over $700,000 if you look at all of it across HCS. But you got an average placement 2.1, game win percent 83.6, kill death ratio 1.33. So man's a master on the sticks for sure. And I think time will tell as to whether or not he is the GOAT of 2s. He's still got a little bit of work to do, and I think today's a good day to prove it. Now teaming with Vemzii, this is a pretty interesting team, interesting matchup here. Very curious to see how it goes, and I'm sure we'll talk a bit about Vemzii as well.
Yeah, they talk about there being 3 players that are level 99 2v2 players, and Frosty is the 3rd player. There's Bound, Renegade, and Frosty. He is at level 99 out there. He's only one of 3 guys that really are the gods, the titans of 2v2. So I'm really hoping that Frosty can help Vemzii excel. Vemzii is so exciting to hear his listen-ins, to hear his comms, but also just to watch play. He's so smooth with his movement, incredible shots. He has a lot of confidence in himself, something that's very exciting to see. But like I said, he hasn't really had much HCS experience, so we don't really have much stats on him. Looking at the stats cards, those are from recent seasons, but he hasn't really played at all that much. Oh my god, he loves to do that, dude. He's done that. I've seen him do that like 3 or 4 times. That's like his signature move. I swear to God, if he does that at one of his first major events, it's going to be outstanding. I know everybody's just going to be waiting for it, but yeah, we've got to talk about the storyline here. Frosty just lost a huge upset to these players, Druk and Soulsnipe, in the HCS Championship Grand Finals of the last event. I mean, he's got this want to beat these players so bad. Frosty he's talking smack in the chats. Like, we've got group chats with these players, and there's back and forth going. That there's a fire in Frosty right now. He's a competitor, man. He's a 2-time world champion. He wants to beat these guys so bad. Tony, tell me about Soulsnipe. Tell me what he's going to do tonight to pretty much hold his throne. I mean, KCP, they're the best team in the world right now.
I mean, as you said before, I'm really excited about this young man, Soulsnipe. You see his stats on the screen: $5,250 earned, and that's just in the Pro Series. Totaled out. He's accumulated over $22,000 in prize pool money. This man has a total game win percentage of 71.6% as a win percentage. I mean, across the board, that is absolutely incredible. And has an average placement of 3.2. And as you said before, tonight, he's coming off of a big win off of the Pro Series. I mean, this young man, he's a top money match specialist. He's placed top 6 on LAN. He's done it in 4s. He's done it in 2s. The man even placed 3rd in 2017 at a free for all. When you think about the fastest players around, you want to say Bound, you want to say Frosty, because they're able to match their shots along with that speed. Soulsnipe is right up there with it. I've never seen such an efficient player be able to fly across the map, play objective, and still consistently hit his shots.
Let's bring up Drux as well, because I think that there is something to be said about both of these players' stats. They've been teaming together for a while. They have almost the exact same stats. Gary, am I right? Are they the exact?
It's not almost. It literally is the same exact stats. These guys, when we talk about team play and KCP and how they out team people, I think these stats are what prove it, right? They all hover around that 1.0, just going negative on their team, except for Talik last Saturday, he went crazy. But Druk and Soulsnipe, they literally have the same exact stats in their HCS Pro series, which I think is absolutely insane.
And I think that raises another point as well, is when do you ever see Druk and Soulsnipe not teaming together? They're always playing together. That's why their stats are practically identical. That's honestly the biggest question mark of the night here is team chemistry, and is that something that carries over on the side of Frosty and Vemzii? Because we know Druk and Soulsnipe have chemistry. They always play together. But Frosty, Vemzii, I mean, who picks up the snipe in Plaza? Who do you think is going to get that? I honestly, it's a question mark for me, because Vemzii played incredible last time he picked up snipe, but this is Frosty we're talking about. On top of that, Vemzii, as far as I'm aware, Vemzii is the type of personality who likes. I don't know if being in charge is the right word, but I feel like Vemzii's typically the guy who's so cracked he almost calls the shots. But he's playing with Frosty, so he has to kind of back down a little bit in his own ego. He usually is the ego guy, right? So I don't really know if Vemzii's going to feel 100% comfortable with Frosty today. Will they have good chemistry?
Well, I guess we'll see. We'll find out. Our first game. Frosty's top mid, and Vemzii just went down on the P side, and that could cost Frosty and them the camo. I don't think Vemzii got it, so that should leave the camo in the hands of Druk and Soulsnipe. And oh my God, Vemzii is just waiting around this corner. No, so the camo did get burned, Tony. So we're going to see a pretty even start between them, but it's all Druk and Soulsnipe early on in this game.
In a 2v2 situation, you do not want to be the first player to die, and so far, Frosty and Vemzii have done it twice. It's actually Vemzii who just got taken out. We have a 3-0 lead in favor of your red team squad, and Soulsnipe is now pushing forward as Druk gets the nade off on Frosty, and Vemzii's going to be taking, actually, he's one shot. Vemzii lives. I don't know how he lived in that situation.
That is what Vemzii does, man. His movement across the map, the way he gets out of slippery positions, he's like the deadliest catch on the Discovery Channel, man, because if you let him go, he's gonna absolutely take you out with him. But they do eventually find him, and this is about as hot of a start for Druk and Soulsnipe that you could ask for. Soulsnipe just loses the one-on-one versus Frosty. Vemzii comes in like the shining knight he is and finds that kill. So two big kills in the favor of Frosty and Vemzii to stop that railroading that was happening on those two. It seemed as if they couldn't get anything going. Now they have the position, Tony. They can calm it down a little bit, make sure they start playing with each other. One thing I'm noticing between these two, it seems as if they're playing very individualistic right now. I want to see them get together, have some of that team chemistry that we see between Druk and Soulsnipe.
I think what they're trying to do is, I think they're trying not to maybe watch the same exact angles. They're trying to stay within arm's length of each other, which is a winning strategy, because once you get the opponent's team exactly where you want them, you can collapse from both sides and really take advantage. That's what Twos is all about. Druk putting some great shots across map, great shots on Vemzii, great shots on Frosty, and Vemzii somehow finishes the kill before getting taken out. We have a 6-4 lead in favor of Druk and Soulsnipe.
Right, but Camo's coming up, and Frosty's at P2. He can't get eyes on the camo, and you see Druk come out that door to stop him from looking down at the camo. That should reward Soulsnipe. He's made one shot. He loses that fight versus Vemzii, and Druk gets killed on the way, and I believe that's gonna give... Oh no, the no camouflage picked up, so Soulsnipe got the burn on the camouflage, unless if Vemzii just left it early or something like that. But that should mean we've gone 2 camouflages without any camo play, right? So we've only seen pistols, we've only seen a team shot, and so far that's favored Druk and Soulsnipe. Frosty and Vemzii seem as if they're starting to get more into a flow, though. When we saw them early on in this game, they were never helping each other. They seem just to take on individual fights. As I say this, Vemzii's just challenging his heart out on this player over at Car Bubble. Frosty wins his individual fight. So far, I mean, the one-on-one strategy, it seems to be working in the favor of Vemzii and Frosty now. It was a rough start, but they're starting to get it rolling in the right direction. They tied it up. We're basically 0-all. This next camouflage, to me, Tony, is going to be the big difference maker. Whatever team finally gets away with a camouflage, I believe will start building themselves a lead.
We are tied up at 7 apiece. Indeed, Gary. Now we're going to switch gears over towards the reigning MVP, who actually spots somebody top mid, and Mikey getting the first few shots, forcing Frosty to back down to try to stay alive. Now he's going to try to catch a different angle. He's going to catch both of them, still able to finish off Soulsnipe and forcing Druk to back down, and now we have a 1-kill lead in favor of your blue team squad.
Yeah, that's absolutely critical. Vemzii trapped at that bottom car, but he's going to try to get away, and get away he does. He gets back to Frosty, and we're going to see them just both take control of opposite bases. They're going to start trying to play for this P side, right? Because camouflage is coming up. Frosty knows there's a player to his left, and there's a player car 2. That player car 2 should be alone and for the pickings, but Frosty's hyper aware of Druk in the base. He lands down the shot. Soulsnipe wins his fight across the map. Frosty trying to win versus Druk. He does, but Soulsnipe eventually finds that kill, and that might give them the timing necessary to finally get some camo control. They have full P-side. Druk just spawned there. Nades are coming in from car 2. Soulsnipe somehow lives, but the camouflage, oh my, I'm so curious as to what's happened with it. Druk just died from Vemzii underneath. Soulsnipe needs to check it. Oh man, I'm still not sure what happened to this camo, Tony.
The fact that he checked it makes me think that it actually was not up yet. Druk able to finish off that kill despite spawning from across the map here. Vemzii putting some good shots in, but catching a different angle towards P. And it's 7 minutes and 21 seconds on the game, so obviously that camo has not been a factor yet at all. You know what? I'm going to assume this next one, Gary, that's going to be the game changer. Still on board here with Soulsnipe.
Whichever one, because it really has just been trade for trade thus far. I mean, we saw an early lead from Druk and Soulsnipe that dissipated quickly when Frosty and Vemzii started getting into their groove, but ever since then it's just been trade for trade. We've just seen teams winning one fight, the other player going down, and it's really just stalemating. It just feels as if we're in that early game in like a chess match where you're waiting for the tension to break in the middle of the board. Who will push the pawns forward and create some space for their team to work in?
Vemzii able to pick up another big kill on Soulsnipe, but he's actually one shot and somehow picks up the reversal medal and 5ing Druk. Now they have a 3-kill lead in favor of Frosty and Vemzii. That was absolutely insane. Great double kill coming from Vemzii. We're going to hop on board with them because clearly he is hot.
Absolutely. It's so hot. 14-11. 3-kill lead has opened up for Frosty and Vemzii, and they're trying to keep the pedal to the metal. You see them just aggressively pushing these players over at car, but Druk and Soulsnipe have done a wonderful job positioning themselves to make their kills hard, but Soulsnipe's going to die, and that's going to leave Druk all by his lonesome, and he shouldn't survive for long as Frosty moves back to P2. And I can't believe, I'm not sure why Frosty pushed out back to P2, because they had Druk isolated by himself. I felt like that should have been a free and easy kill for these two, but they opt not to go for it.
You know what? You're right. I don't know why they opted not to, but you're going to switch gears over towards Druk, who actually put some good shots in, but Soulsnipe going to get rewarded that kill. Now coming in for the bait and switch action. He's going to go down, and Vemzii somehow picks up the stick. That's a beautiful play by him. He was dead to rights. It was great. It was great teamwork coming out of Druk and Soulsnipe, but a better individual play coming out of Gabriel, the young man named Vemzii.
And we just saw it for the first time, Tony. The camo, we finally saw what happened to it. They tried to pick it up. I was thinking, is there no camo on this map? Am I going crazy? We haven't seen it play an impact, but they're just so hyper aware of it, right? These guys are so good at twos. They know how devastating a good camouflage player can be, and they've allocated all of their resources to getting there and making sure that camo can play no impact. And thus far, it really has not. And we see a 2-kill lead for Frosty and Vemzii. They have the control for now. And honestly, what needs to happen for Druk and Soulsnipe to come back in? Is it the camouflage? Is it the noob combo? Is it the tac magnum? Is it them just starting to hit better shots? We'll see, because this lead is starting to grow and grow. They need to find something here and now.
Well, I mean, to be honest with you, I think they're playing well. I mean, they start off with a 4-0 lead because of their teamwork. However, it's coming down to individual pivotal gunfights. And as of right now, Frosty's winning theirs. Vemzii, not that one right there. So it's like throwing a soul nade, if you will. But Vemzii has been really impressive. Getting that nasty reversal 5 double kill, also getting off the sticks. Vemzii's winning individual pivotal gunfights. Druk and Soulsnipe are not playing bad, and they can easily step it up. There is still time here.
Vemzii taking some pressure from top mid, but he's so focused on Druk. He wants to help Frosty, and he's doing his best to do so. And that is a beautiful play from Vemzii. Those are the little micro plays, the awareness plays that you'll see from these top tier 2s players where they're getting shot on the side at top mid and they don't care. They just move themselves to a different position, make sure that top mid player can't take care of them, go and help their teammate. They got that kill and they keep their control. They keep the ability to apply pressure, and applying pressure they are as Frosty finds Druk. They have the 4-kill lead, but Camo's up now. 32 was the time. Vemzii, does he see him? Yes, he does. Soulsnipe needs to win this fight. Vemzii goes down, but Soulsnipe's pen made one shot. Frosty trying to hit out the nades, but can't quite let them land. This is how they come back. It's all on Soulsnipe's shoulders. He has to use this camouflage to get them back into the game. And so far, he's gone +2, and they have them on their back foot. They know the spawn. You saw Soulsnipe immediately look. This is the opportunity that Druk and Soulsnipe have been waiting for.
I'm going to have to agree with you. We're on board here with a 20-year-old out of Wisconsin, Mr. Michael Gergis, a.k.a. Mr. Soulsnipe, who still has about 25% of that camo left. He actually popped Frosty a couple of times, but his teammate goes down. He's going to be by himself, not able to finish off Vemzii. Frosty going in for the kill. He's being annoying. He's being annoying, Garrett.
Yeah, but it's too much. Frosty's just too smart for that. He almost took down Vemzii. That's such a critical kill. He had to kill Vemzii before he got through that door. He's not able to do so, and that should cut that comeback off. I just don't see any other way. They're just gonna have to win every individual from here on out, and that just seems like an impossible task when you have two players like Vemzii and Vemzii and Frosty. You see Vemzii just won a 1v2. Frosty eventually comes in. We're just one kill away from our first game going in favor of Frosty and Vemzii. Frosty not quite able to land that last shot, but Druk's been made one shot, and it should just be a matter of time before Vemzii comes in and gets that last kill.
24-21 lead in favor of your blue team squad, aka Frosty and Vemzii, but they cannot. I mean, hey, don't get too happy. I mean, they can easily get taken down, and now everything going. Now the momentum is swinging in favor of Druk and Soulsnipe. They're only 2 kills behind. It's doable. I promise you, Garrett, it's doable.
I guess it's not over till it's over, and Druk and Soulsnipe are proving why you say that, because they just got out of the stickiest situation. It seemed as if everything was going off against them. Druk was trapped in that bottom base. He somehow lives. They find an individual kill on Frosty across the map, and now Vemzii's by himself. He wants to make sure they can't get away with this camouflage. If Druk or Soulsnipe grab this camo, get away, and then use that camo to find picks, they absolutely could make the comeback happen. We're talking about a 24-20 game that they would come back into. 5 uncontested kills in order to win this game. But Soulsnipe's been found out from P3. He drops P1. Vemzii has the camouflage, but he's killed from Druk. We're tied up 24. Oh, Frosty's getting shot at the bottom base. He has a one-on-one. He's made one shot. They push through. The comeback's complete. Soulsnipe and Druk have done it. What in the world did we just witness?
Garrett, oh my gosh, I'm not gonna lie. I said I did say don't count them out, but in my head I was like, okay, it's only one more kill. There's no way they're gonna throw this. And Soulsnipe and Druk clawed their way back into it, take the win, 25-24. And ladies and gentlemen, that was only game number 1. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
I had them out. I saw no shot. I was like, literally no shot. Druk's blinking one shot underneath the base. There's no way they let him get out. And then all of a sudden, he gets away. He lives. They find kill after kill. And the biggest kill, in my opinion, was that death that Frosty had by himself over at that car door. That left Vemzii by himself at the P door. Ever since that happened, it came back. It wasn't even 20-24. It was 19-24, Tony. What in the world did we just witness?
I mean, there's no way to put it. We witnessed a choke. That was a winnable game coming in from Frosty and Vemzii, and I know for a fact neither player is happy with that one. They choked. They threw it away. That was their game to win. Druk and Soulsnipe stepped it up, which, by the way, I'm saying that Frosty and Vemzii choked. I don't want to take anything away from these 2 young men. Druk and Soulsnipe, in order to complete the choke, I mean, you have to step it up, and that's what they did. They won those pivotal gunfights. They knew what they had to accomplish, and they executed, Gary. That was excellent. And again, I can't say this enough. That was only game number 1, Gary. That was only game number 1.
I think we might be going the distance, Tony. That would, oh man, I want it to happen. I mean, I want it to be 5 games, 24-24 every single time. Show why Money Tuesday is the best show around. We have the best competitors playing at their top level, and that's what we witnessed. I mean, talk about the ice from Druk and Soulsnipe not to get themselves down and out when you're down by that much. That's that chemistry that we talked about. They've been teaming with each other since 2018 with that Anaheim Pirates roster at that DreamHack Atlanta event where they got top 5. I mean, I think they finished 4th place in that, or no, top 6. They got top 6. They lost the splice to get top 6 at DreamHack Atlanta. Ever since then, they've just stuck it out with each other, kept grinding, kept getting better, and now we've seen them finally rise. The cream has risen with these two, and they're ready to take on anyone when it comes to Halo 5.
Let me tell you something. I mean, I'm very impressed by these young men. Druk and Soulsnipe, you know, I almost consider them veterans at this point, but I almost forget how young they are. You know, 20 years old. I believe Druk might be, what, 22 years old? It's absolutely insane. You know, Soulsnipe, again, I said it before, this man can do everything. He has a fantastic shot. His movement is on point. His objective play is absolutely insane. The man is a long-distance runner. He plays basketball. He edits videos. Is there anything this man cannot do, Garrett?
No. He is Mr. Do-It-All. I love to see the grind being put in from players like him early on, right? He knows what the opportunity is now, and he's putting in the groundwork so that he can see success come infinite. And, you know, if you're sitting at home and you're like, hey, I could be doing this, I could be doing that, I could be starting a YouTube channel, I could be getting more active in the community, then go do it and find your opportunity. We're moving into Plaza. Sniper Rifle going to be playing an impact. And Shyway asked before the game, hey, does Vemzii get the sniper? Does Frosty get the sniper? Tony, I think we both know the answer to that. You don't let anyone but Frosty have that sniper rifle.
I will say, obviously going to let Frosty get the sniper rifle for the most part, but Vemzii, he can make some plays too. Frosty with the overshield, trying to collapse on that final player, which is going to be Druk. This man knows how to escape. He's been playing Fortnite for, a few years. He knows how to escape a bad situation as he gets the melee off, wins his individual battle against Vemzii. That was a great play. If you're in a 2v1 situation and you come up with the kill, fantastic. That's great.
Holy 5 by Frosty, man. He got hit by the noob combo. His shot did not stray whatsoever. He puts in the rest to finish him off. Vemzii spawns on the sniper rifle and is able to get it in his hands while all that was happening. Frosty just won a critical fight. Even though he had that overshield to help him out, they did not make it easy as Frosty's pushing these players in the back. Soulsnipe eventually going to trade him out, but Vemzii gets this top position with the sniper rifle, and there really isn't an escape route for these two to get out that he can't watch. He misses the first shot, has to drop down and get back to the A to Frosty. He does exactly that, and they can really just slow play, let Vemzii develop this sniper rifle, find picks, and extend out their lead. Just don't die with it, young man. He immediately gets naded, and he's getting pushed. He needs to win this fight, and the headshot comes in, but Druk beautifully positioned to get the trade out. And can he win versus Frosty? No, Frosty's not losing a one-on-one at all today.
And that's another squad wipe going in favor of Frosty and Vemzii. It's a 6-3 lead, and Frosty has that sniper rifle, has about 6 shots left. Make that 5 because he plants it on Druk's dome. And Soulsnipe is actually still alive, so we're going to see if they'd like to collapse or maybe let to get a better angle.
Better angle this is. He has to cross through Nest, blame anyone that moves forward, but they know better, man. They don't even want to peek. Druk eventually does find the cross, but Frosty should have a bullet for him in about 3 seconds if he decides to push forward. Look at Frosty, man. He knows. He's like, you're gonna eventually push forward. We can see. Oh no, he goes back. Oh, Frosty has a 6th sense, man. He saw him go back. He immediately pushed forward. Vemzii with the good call outs probably right there, but man, you can see how separate they are. Vemzii's all the way at LR. He's just trying to find his position to alleviate pressure from Frosty, and Frosty can just line up this overshield. No one's gonna get it without getting tagged with the sniper rifle. Vemzii finds one. The sniper rifle comes in, and Frosty wins it versus Druk. Man, Frosty feels as if he's on another level right now. We talked about having 99 rated players in 2v2. Frosty's proving why he is that coveted card, that 99 overall player.
And another big snipe planting on Druk's head right there. You notice Vemzii was blocking the LR. He went straight to blue window. That forced the bottom nest spawn, and he was ready. You called him a 99 twos player. That's for a reason. Only 99s know about that spawn right there. 10-3 lead in favor of Frosty and Vemzii, and he still has a bullet in the sniper rifle. What? There's like 5 kills for him, right?
Rifle's ready.
Yeah, man. Oh yeah, another sniper rifle's up. We see Soulsnipe able to get into his hands this time. Only hits the body shot that time, so Vemzii's gonna be able to get a snipe. Now we have 2 sniper rifles on the side of Frosty and Vemzii. Frosty only has 1 bullet left in his. Unfortunately, as Vemzii finds those kills, he'll gobble up that last bullet in a second, and then they're gonna use this honestly, Druk and Soulsnipe just need to get this sniper rifle out of the hands of Frosty and Vemzii, and they've just done a beautiful job and not letting that happen. The red bar comes through. Vemzii shooting some bodies. He's feeling themselves. They just choked out a first game. I thought, you know, Vemzii's mental might not be there. You know, first time really with the big lights on in this capacity. He goes down, loses a critical game, and he looks as if he's just regained full in one game, and he's playing out of his mind. I love to see it.
He's playing out his mind indeed, but he wasn't shooting bodies. I mean, we have a zombie problem right now in 2021. He was making sure that man didn't come back alive and cause some damage. Vemzii does not know the players over to a top goal, gets the body shot on Soulsnipe, finishes him off with a killing spree, and I don't know where that top goal player went, but now the player's over in blue. He's going to get taken out, and we have a 16-4 lead in favor of Frosty and Vemzii. They have 4x the enemy team score. Garrett, what is going on here?
What's going on is utter domination. We see why the sniper rifle is so impactful on Plaza. If you have a player that knows how to stay alive and does their best to do so, you can see how devastating it is. And once again, Vemzii just values his life overall. Frosty gets that overshield, and now they can just push forward, and they're up 17-4. Tony, I want to hear what's going on through their comms. How are they feeling right now being up by so much?
Spawn blue, right?
Yeah, I'm just pushing. I'm pushing.
Right.
I'm pushing.
You might have spawned S1, but no, he's S. Yep, S1, Mikey. I look him. No, you're good.
They should both spawn there, okay.
Upside one shot. Upside one shot right now. Good fucking shit. Holy fuck. Alright. I'm holding the yard right now.
I'm doing some weird shit. I'm going to.
Alright. I'm gonna go LR.
Game over. Victory.
Tony, that calm, cool, and collected. I think that's all we could say about it. You know, I expected Vemzii to be coming in, you know, hear that classic Vemzii comms, but hey, he's just calling out, making sure Frosty gets his final kills. 25-6. What a devastating scoreline in our second game.
And you know what? I find that quite impressive. Like, obviously, if you were here 3 weeks ago, we saw some really great sound bites coming out of Vemzii. But this time, you know, he has Frosty on his team. I think he wants to impress him. And at the same time, strictly business going on there. Calm, cool, collected, and as much information as possible. 25-6 win in favor of Frosty and Vemzii. And mind you guys, this is a best of 5. Soulsnipe and Druk need to step up right here, right now, or they're out. That is it. I mean, Frost only died 2 times. Garrett, I don't know how they're gonna come back after that one. Look, you know, I'm not gonna doubt Druk and Soulsnipe. They came back and won game number 1. Maybe they could come back after that one, but to me, that's a big momentum hit.
That game, I mean, just in general, man, that was a game that established, that was like the tone was established early on by Frosty. Oh, look at that nose go by Vemzii. That's such a clean one, using that pillar as defense. But him winning that 1v2 fight, even though he had that overshield, right? But Druk eventually comes down. He uses the noob combo to burn the shields, and Frosty just doesn't miss a shot. Puts 5 bullets in, gets that kill, and from there, they never let off. The sniper rifle goes in Vemzii's hands. Eventually, it's picked up by Frosty. They use it to get themselves back into the game. And honestly, we're just seeing highlight after highlight of the sniper being used magnificently. And look at that, man. Vemzii, like you said, there's a zombie problem on the run, man. I don't want to see any of these guys coming back to life. But Vemzii and Frosty both had their moments with the sniper rifle. So when it comes to Shy Away's question, I guess it's either one, right? And it's great to have that insurance that, hey, if I don't get the sniper rifle, my teammate's almost as good with it. He's gonna put it to work, and that's all it is. This was just a day of work for these guys. They went in, they executed fast. And Frosty, I don't think he missed a shot. I didn't get to catch his accuracy, but I'm very curious as to what the accuracy of Frosty was that last game.
I'm curious as well, but I mean, either way, it must have been absolutely incredible, and that was an incredible win as well. As you see Vemzii go in and finish off that kill. And mind you guys, I believe we are tied up at 1 apiece. First to 3 are going to take the game, and Garrett, I mean, we're tied up right now. It is possible that we might see a game number 5. Now, I will say, luckily for Druk and Soulsnipe, we're not going to see Plaza again in the series no matter what. They've already showed they can step in on truth. So you know what? Let's say whether they win or lose regret, Maybe they can step up again in game number 4 on Truth. But either way, that was a huge win in favor of Frosty and Vemzii, and thank goodness we're not going to see Plaza again.
Yeah, I mean, that sniper rifle, I think Druk and Soulsnipe, they're glad it's gone. They're going to have nightmares about it for a couple of days. That map just did not go in their favor. But now we're on regret. We're ready for them to make the comeback. I want to see a competitive game this time. I have a feeling that we're going to get it, Tony. Druk and Soulsnipe working for that overshield, and it's going to be going in the hands of Druk. You see Vemzii, he immediately leaves. He wants no part of that one.
No part of that one indeed. He got out of dodge and now going to climb his way over towards car 4 while Druk going to challenge Frosty. Frosty able to burn all of that overshield away, but Druk still comes out with the individual win. Now, does he know that player's on blue car? I think he does now. He does now, Garrett.
He's on him down. He's not going to let him get away. He's just watching the crosses. His teammate will eventually come in and find the kill. He falls. Oh my, Vemzii stays alive though, man. We talk about how slippery he is. He gets out of a bad situation, and now he's going to be able to reposition, and that control that Druk and Soulsnipe had, it's basically lost at this point as Frosty wins a one-on-one versus Soulsnipe, and now they have complete top control. They're going to be able to dictate the spawns, and it's going to come down to a break from Druk and Soulsnipe. They need to win an individual, a pivotal fight, if you will.
And it needs to be done, but Druk comes right in for the flank, taking him out of Warwood's on top P, and he doesn't know, but he doesn't know Frosty's on blue bridge. Frosty sneaks in a couple of shots, tries to finish on top mid. He's gonna have to get out of dodge as well, and we are tied up at 3 apiece with 10 minutes and 38 seconds on the clock.
And we heard icy comms from Frosty and Vemzii when they were just dominating in game 2. We're early on in game 3. I want to hear how Druk and Soulsnipe are reacting to that last game, how they're getting themselves back into it. Let's go in with our next listen in with Druk and Soulsnipe.
One top on the blue court, like car 0. Literally car 0.
They're both car 0, I think. I think they're both car 0. They traded. Oh, kiss top right car and then
Alright.
he's still in the. I don't know. He went recorder. And our kid's blue window.
Yo,
Big fuck. Yeah, I forgot what time it is.
45. No, you're ready, light. Blue light. Can't chill.
Yeah, one shot blue light. One shot blue light still.
Bottom middle Vemzii. Bottom mid Vemzii.
I'm blue core.
Bottom mid Vemzii. Absolute
One
bottom
shot on
mid.
it. No way, you just got it.
Red bridge, top red Vemzii.
Oh, he's blue light. He's one shot. Nice. Our kid's blue bridge swinging at you.
He's throwing.
He went. I think he went car. Or he dropped. He's bottom mid. I spawned around. I was out. He's bottom mid still. He's still bottom of the table. I think.
Yeah, weak. One shot red. All those ready light as well. Wait, one shot on red.
Dude, I just got spawn killed. They both already lie. Our kid's coming, I think. Yeah, bottom mid, Vemzii. Bottom.
One shot bottom red, bro.
One shot still.
That's one blue.
Blue. Upper car, Vemzii. Car 4. Ready, like weak, Brad.
And red car,
I'm pushing red car.
P1 Brad. Both on me, bro.
I'm watching street. I'm behind ready,
One
like.
could be P1 flanking.
One shot ready, like. One shot ready now. Red bridge against Vemzii. He's coming on you.
On me.
I'll do him. He's blue now.
Still blue
He's in blue.
I need help.
He's one top blue car, one shot. One top blue car is out.
Looking. What's going on? No, I'm looking P.
I'm car 4. He's car 4. 2 shot.
Yeah, I can't help.
One shot red hole, like red
Hold on,
bridge.
jet bridge as well, one shot. One shot red hole, red bridge.
I'm trying. One shot bottom mid.
Yeah, red bridge right here.
Bottom.
He's like bottom red court.
Alright.
Bottom red
I'm
court.
RP. OB.
Very
I'll see
bottom red bridge, bro.
him.
One shot bottom red bridge. Never moved.
I got beat down OB. He got it like 41, 42.
Yeah, man. That overshield is gonna be devastating for Druk and Soulsnipe. Vemzii's just gonna use it to get into their face, and I honestly thought they were doing a great job of getting themselves positioned. It sounded like the comms were great, and then all of a sudden it just fell apart at the last second. And honestly, a little bit of frustration in the comms. I don't know if you picked that up, Tony, but it felt as if they're getting a little frustrated when kills are getting away from them.
You know, I'm going to agree with you on that one. It was a little bit of an undertone of frustration there, but I still love the fact that it was calm, it was cool, it was collected, it was informative as Vemzii coming in and takes out that one player over towards bottom red and even challenges tunnels like that, forcing the second one to back down despite being weak. Vemzii playing very good individually, and now gonna get into another battle towards top B. What also impressed me about Druk is Druk put himself in a not advantageous position towards bottom mid to look bottom red to try to finish off that one-shot kill, Gary. Then he realized in a bad position and then jumps straight up to top mid with a couple of fancy jumps. I mean, that's what Druk does. I mean, I guess that's what Fortnite does to you. You got to get that top advantage.
Right? He's building platforms up to top mid, man. Imagine the day where Halo has the building mechanics of Fortnite. But here we go, 6-kill lead for Frosty and Vemzii, and Frosty just on a spurge, really. He looks like an eagle with that carbine top mid. He eventually gets taken down to bottom. But yeah, this is just going to be a tough comeback for Druk and Soulsnipe to make. They need to start, we need to start seeing more of that team play that we saw in the first game on Truth. It just feels as if it's been more absent than it's been before, as Vemzii finds the kill on Soulsnipe. Druk eventually does get the backsmack on Frosty, but they just can't afford to be trading at this moment. They need to find themselves on a cycle, and a beautiful outplay from Druk. He knew that where the drop was happening. He went down, got the kill, and gets himself back up to top mid just in time to find another encounter. And Frosty, if he wins this one, they could start gaining some more control, but Frosty's gonna live for now. Soulsnipe comes in and gets the trade. As I say it, man, the teamwork's starting to come in. The overshield's in their hands. I'm smelling another big run for Druk and Soulsnipe right here.
Overshield still in the hands of Soulsnipe. Going to switch on board here with him as he's flying at that player with one shot towards top red. Druk going to come in for the finish, but Frosty being as annoying as possible. And Frosty wins the individual piv despite being one shot, taking out Druk. Soulsnipe luckily able to finish off both players right there, bringing them back within 2. But again, Druk and Soulsnipe are playing fantastic teamwork. It is the individual gunfights that are going in favor of Frosty and Vemzii as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think everyone expected that, right? Like, when it comes to, like, individual talents, best guns in the game, Vemzii and Frosty are both up there. You don't really think of a Druk or a Soulsnipe when you're talking about best pistols in the game, and they can't let the game devolve to that. It can't be who has the best pistol. It has to be who has the best teamwork, who has the best collapse, who has the best awareness, and awareness is what they need. A Soulsnipe is just waiting for someone to come to Car 2 and challenge him. He eventually makes that player one shot, but just can't get the finish, and that's just been the theme of the game thus far. There's so many one shots that have just gotten away from Druk and Soulsnipe, as Druk's gonna find Frosty in the back, and once again a one shot running away from Druk, and he's gonna survive there. No, actually, beautiful nade from Druk. I spoke too soon. Every time I think I'm about to say something where I know what's gonna happen, man, Druk and Soulsnipe prove me wrong, and I hope they keep doing so, as they're just about to tie up this game at 20 all. Overshield is coming up in 20 seconds, Tony. To me, that determines our winner.
Yes, 2019 lead, and I'm going to agree with you for the most part. You know, as far as gun skill goes, I think Frosty is the best in the lobby right now, as Druk putting some good shots, able to pull the trade off. Soulsnipe comes out and takes out Vemzii. That is a squad wipe and the first lead in favor of Druk and Soulsnipe. I was just about to say, I think Frosty the best Slayer in the lobby. However, don't count Soulsnipe and Druk out. They are a very close second and third.
And the overshield should be coming up any second right now. And Soulsnipe went down. He had the noob combos in X, so his Vemzii's going to be able to get that overshield. But the noob combo's down at P2, and they're not going to be able to get to it. So they're going to have to burn Vemzii out with just their pistols alone. And that's going to be a tall order to ask, where you see they're starting to retreat. They're making sure they have each other's angles. Vemzii needs to make sure he gets a kill with his overshield. And he's going to fly. He's going to eventually find Druk right here. That's a kill. 22 all. Overshield's finally burned. He goes +1 with it. But the bigger story, they keep it away from Druk and Soulsnipe. They had complete control. They had top mid. They had the noob combo. They were set up perfectly for the overshield. They don't get it, and that allows the opportunity for Frosty and Vemzii to start making their comeback. And Frosty just want to pivot across the map to make it game kill right there. 24 kills. Perfect for kill from Frosty to get them in this position. Vemzii picks up the new noob combo, and it's looking very similar to game 1. The question is, do they have the ice this time?
It was tied up at 22 apiece just a moment ago, but man, just big pivotal wins going in favor of Frosty and Vemzii. 2 minutes, 33 seconds on the clock, but time will not be a factor here. We're on board with them, and they only need one more kill, Gary. Can they do it?
Oh, can't they do it, man? Frosty, look how patient he is. He's just waiting for someone to make a misstep. A nade comes in. It's going to make him one shot. Can he survive? They both go down. 24. Oh, we're tied up in the top controls in favor of Druk and Soulsnipe. We see Soulsnipe blocking out the base. They're going to force a blue spawn. Both of them spawn. One under, one top. This is going to come down to the next fight. They're both pushing out car side. Oh, Tony, I don't know what's going to happen.
When the going gets tough, Druk and Soulsnipe step it up and tie up the game here, 24 apiece. Overshield should be coming up soon, but Druk putting some good damage on Vemzii. He takes a nade, so he's gonna be forced to back down, and Soulsnipe caught blue car. Will they collapse on him?
They know, man, they know. Look at Frosty. He was coming back to car. I think he knows that there's someone there. He's going to go back. Druk made the distraction in time. I think Frosty would have won that fight. Oh my, Druk gets the team shot. Of course it happens that way, Tony. Of course it happens that way. They are a team. They're a unit. The chemistry is there. That's 2 ice-ups from these two.
It is absolutely incredible. Whenever Frosty and Vemzii are within striking distance, they have not been able to close it out when the game is tight. They take a series lead that's 2-1 in favor of Druk and Soulsnipe. And look at that scoreboard. This time it is Druk dropping 16 kills, 4 assists, only dying 12 times, a big 3,131 damage, while also shooting above 50% accuracy. That is a large reason why they got that win. But also, I mean, I don't want to give it all to Druk. Stats don't tell the story. Soulsnipe's positioning, his teamwork, his shots, and forcing players to back down. Again, they were losing more pivotal gunfights, but in my opinion, it was the teamwork that prevailed, Gary.
Yeah, I was so worried when we saw Soulsnipe drop from car. He was in such an exposed position, and Druk just comes in and saves the day. He finds the team shot. But we saw the complete inverse of game 1 when it came to Druk and Soulsnipe. Last time Soulsnipe was the one with 16 kills. This time Druk's the one with 16 kills. These guys know how to come back in games. And, may I say, after Saturday, they won their event. They're the iciest crew around, man. I don't know how they walk around. They have to be shivering all the time because ice is in the veins when it comes to these two. They were down by such a large amount towards the end. They had lost complete control, and it comes down to 2 pivotal kills happening at the same time. They both won their individuals. They got that top control. And then they just dominated from there. They could not, like Frosty and Vemzii could not get out of that base, and they took advantage. What a wonderful game that we saw from Druk and Soulsnipe.
It's funny because I watched you play a ton of Among Us, and every time you play Among Us, you seem to have like this chemistry with whoever your second killer is, and you guys get those kills at the same time. They call that a double kill. Those Among Us style double kills, that's what Druk and Soulsnipe were doing. Again, it wasn't individual double kills for the most part. It was them getting those slays at the exact same time. Tied up at 24 apiece, shots coming in. Now look at this. Initial shots coming in, Frosty overextended, forgot that Druk was over the top mid, got that angle, takes him out, and it's just the little plays like that. You can play an entire 12-minute game, and I promise you, it's going to go down to maybe about 5 or 6 plays. That right there was a game-winning iced-up play. I know I wouldn't be able to make that.
And then they're slicing and dicing. Guys, if you have anything to say about these last couple of matches, go on Twitter, hashtag Tuesday 2, like the letter 2, and then day. Go tweet it out. It's gonna come up on stream. But here we go, a fast start from Druk and Soulsnipe. That's a big camo for Soulsnipe to get away with. And man, this is what we expect from these two. Match is on the line at this point, and Soulsnipe just hits perfect shots on Vemzii with this camo. Man, this is about as hot of a start that you'd want to see from these two.
They are riding the momentum off of that win and now have a 3-kill lead. But we've seen big leads before in both favor. Now the question is, can they hold on to 11 minutes and 15 seconds on the clock as Soulsnipe puts a couple good shots in, has the pea shooter, still has that camouflage, putting maximum damage. Druk, get in there.
Yes, my Soulsnipe's like buying so much time. Druk is eventually found out on the bottom base. Can he survive? Survive he does for now. It's a one-on-one between Soulsnipe and Frosty. He's gonna win. Can he win the second engagement as well? We see Vemzii just running away once again, so slippery, and this was the bane of their existence in game 3. They just could not finish the one shots, and Vemzii is still one shot, and he's gonna get away 2 times. He was made one shot right there. He gets away both times. Vemzii's just been doing it over and over and over again. Look at him. He has no fear of this new combo. He's getting up close and personal. He eventually gets taken down. Maybe trying to get his cake and eat it too right there, but Frosty eventually comes in and finds the kill. That's one thing I want to see Druk and Soulsnipe really clean up. Finish your one shots. Don't let Frosty and Vemzii get away multiple times. Druk cannot be dropping 3,100 damage. You have to make the game end sooner.
Frosty getting another pivotal kill on Druk, leaving Soulsnipe by himself, and Vemzii finishes off the 5-shot, and we were tied up at 5 apiece. And as I said before, Vemzii had a way of just staying alive, almost earned the hard target medal right there. As many times he was forced to back down, but look at the shots coming in. They're looking clean. He's winning those individual health fight right there, forcing Druk to back down, and now he's gonna have to get out of dodge, catch a different angle, which is good because camouflage should be coming up very soon here, Gary.
Yeah, look at them. They're controlling both P doors. That way they know if anyone's going to come, they should be able to get that camouflage relatively easy as long as they win their fights. Frosty wins his, but Vemzii lost. And Frosty comes out on top, man. We saw in Plaza where he's in those 1v2s and he hits the critical shot. The critical shot is hit. They finally taken the lead and they have the camouflage to go with it. They need to answer right now. Vemzii finds the kill on Druk, and now Soulsnipe's by himself. This looks like a bit of a cycle for me. They could just start isolating these players out and collapse with each other. But as I say that, Soulsnipe finds a critical kill on Vemzii to stop Frosty in his tracks.
8-7 lead in favor of your blue team squad, aka Frosty and Vemzii, and camouflage in the hands of one of the most cerebral players in the game. This is not, I mean, he's one of the smartest, one of the best, one of the fastest, and now being one of the sneakiest players going towards car bubble, has the green gun in hand. Gary, can he do it? And there we go, taking out that first player. Soulsnipe goes down, Druk by himself. Perfectly played coming out of Brad.
Look at it, man. He wants this next kill. He's just flying for it. He has the camo's not holding him back anymore. He's gonna hit that sprint button, but Druk wins a big fight. Now that's gonna slow them down, right? So it's not a big deal for Vemzii and Frosty to trade out, right? They have the lead. It's going great for them. But that was so big for Druk and Soulsnipe because it allows them to breathe. It gives them space. They're not gonna feel another collapse from Frosty and Vemzii right away. And then they start winning their individuals. They're starting to set up towards the P side as camouflage is going to be coming up in 20-30 seconds, forcing the car spawn. So now Frosty and Vemzii are going to have to fight their way back towards P in order to get themselves in position for camo.
Still on board here with this 20-year-old out of Wisconsin who's controlling P-side almost single-handedly right here. He's going to have an individual gunfight in front of Vemzii, actually losing the bit of health battle. He's going to be forced to back down towards P3. Is Soulsnipe aware of it? There we go. They're going back at it. Some good shots across the board, and Vemzii wins another individual gunfight, giving them a 2-kill lead. And Camo, I don't know if it was up, but I mean, it just might be.
Yeah, camo is going to be so impactful. We'll see. I think it should be coming up just about now. Vemzii has this entire cross. I love this play from him. Get underneath the base. He's making a lot of noise, though. They should know he's right there. Man, look at that. That is the fastest POV in the game. He gets right up, gets the punch in the face, and is already pushing the next kill. They're starting to build themselves a little bit of a lead. Back-to-back camouflages for Frosty, and you don't want to let a player like Frosty get camouflage and control the game and dictate the pace, because he will dominate the game, because he doesn't miss shots. He shot over 60% every game, and he's going to continue doing so. He has one of the steadiest aims in the game.
Garrett, the moment you said he doesn't miss, he hits the hottest, smoothest 5 right there, giving them a 5-kill lead. That is not a coincidence. And mind you guys, I believe it's a 2-1 series lead in favor of Druk and Soulsnipe. So at this point, Frosty and Vemzii need this win to stay in this series right here and force a game number 5.
Well, momentum's in their favor. They've started to shift the wins. Everything going in their way, and I want to hear what the comms sound like right now. Let's go and have a listen with Frosty and Vemzii and see what's up.
Shot me, red pink. Soulsnipe. That's Druk's P3. He's going blue side. You're good. You're good.
Just gets so tough.
I don't know where the P2 probably. Yeah.
P2 Druk. He's going our street now.
P2, it's going backed up retreat. P3, item twice. I got code from like bottom mid to top mid, bottom mid to top mid. Camo's mad late. Nice, good shit. Yeah, I spawn red. Blue pink. Item once. Camo's in like 15.
On blue car. I think we.
Okay, they're getting. Druck's gonna get where it's spawn. Yeah, red car going car 2. Careful, you should. Yeah, I'm gonna help you blue. Soulsnipe. The other one's under blue chasing you.
Just back up.
Yep.
Don't worry about camo.
One shot blue too, huh? He probably has.
Go for it now. P1, bro. Weak.
Yeah. One shot. Dead. Camo dead. I'm looking for B. I'm pushing blue.
Good.
Got him.
Alright, I'm playing car. Good shit, bro.
Yep. I'm about to push pink. Dude, my street.
Yeah, he's P3. P3 one shot.
Go.
Man.
One shot P2.
I thought Vemzii was gonna go in a little bit right there, and then Vemzii, you know, he checked himself, he kept himself cool, let him communicate with Frosty, and they've expanded out their lead. Tony, that is some beautiful gameplay between the two. They seem to be just in sync, making the right plays. But man, we've seen this story before, Tony. They get up in the big lead towards the end, and then Druk and Soulsnipe somehow ice up. Are we gonna see another ice up from Druk and Soulsnipe?
I mean, it's 22-17 lead in favor of Frosty and Vemzii right now. So I'm gonna have to say I think they're gonna close this out and force a game number 5, which I'm excited about because I want to see a game 5 so bad. But I also want to see Druk winning individual gunfights like that, putting Frosty on the black screen, finishing off Vemzii, back-to-back kills coming out of the young man out of Canada.
Oh my, Tony, I'm getting flashbacks, man. We've seen this story a couple too many times. At this point, I want to say, you know, Frosty and Vemzii, they're ready to take this game, but it's striking distance, and Druk and Soulsnipe, they've done it twice now. I'm fully on the train. They're gonna do it again. This is a game for Druk and Soulsnipe. I'm pulling out the Uno reverse card. I'm not calling it too early for Frosty and Vemzii anymore. I feel the comeback brewing.
You feel like, they just won the game within 3 kills, 3 minutes and 28 seconds on the clock here. Soulsnipe putting some good shots, forcing that player to back down, and catches him off guard. But Druk finishes Frosty. Vemzii's by himself towards bottom mid. Can he finish him?
Got that perfect camo timing. Get away with it, Druk. Oh, get away with it. Soulsnipe. Oh, there's 2 players looking for him. Oh, beautiful timing to find the punch on Vemzii. Vemzii somehow gets up high, but cannot find the kill on Soulsnipe. And now Soulsnipe can push back in with his teammate. Frosty's been made 1 shot. Frosty trying his best to stay alive, but how long can he stay alive? Oh my, Frosty, he gets his shields back. What is going on? Finish the man. There they go. They finally finished Frosty. Vemzii's top mid taking shots, and we're going to see a sneaky little jump right here. Soulsnipe gets up in his face. Vemzii gets a punch off, but Druk gets the kill in time. And now 23-24. It's going to come down to this kill between Druk and Frosty. Who is going to come out on top? Man, ooh. That would have been such a big... if Frosty doesn't get that kill on the camo player, that would have been absolutely devastating, because I think there's 100% they come back. Now, they're still in the driving seat. Vemzii can't afford to die. He's fighting 2 players. He's made 1 shot. They've done such a wonderful job thus far of staying alive well 1 shot, and they're continuing to do so. But Druk with the God nade from P2. The callouts come out. It's enough for it to happen. And they do it again. Tony, they did it again 3 times in a row. They have come back in this game and won. A spectacular undercard is finished and secured. Druk and Soulsnipe, some of the iciest players in the game, and it's 16-9 again. Tony, what in the world is happening?
I have no idea. Frosty and Vemzii were not able to ice up and take the win right there. And once again, Druk and Soulsnipe come from behind, claw their way back in, and take a big win on this undercard fight. Garrett, I may be living in the moment right here, but after that, I say they've earned a chance to maybe get into a main card in the future, because that was crazy. Look at it, Soulsnipe dropping a perfect kill, having the camouflage. This was a beautiful lead in favor of them. I will say Frosty and Vemzii climbed their way back into it, but it doesn't matter if you're not able to finish off the game and the series. Great win in favor of Druk and Soulsnipe.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say it, man. Championship Druk hits different. He has a champ under his belt. He's holding the title. He's different now. We're not seeing the same Druk ever again. This man's the iciest man to live. He's gonna find kill after kill. He's gonna win championship after championship. Come Halo Infinite, guys, look out for him, man. Championship Druk is different. Bound said he's never gonna let him win again. I don't know, man. I think we need the rematch. Bound needs to put it. He has it up on his wall. He said never again. Well, I think Druk has proven that he's ready to take on the rematch.
My gosh, Kansas City Pioneers just keep on impressing. They got a win in the Pro Series. They just got a big win against Frosty and Vemzii. And I mean, I say big, I mean huge win. I think every one of those games that they took over were incredible. Come from behind, stealing the game, icing up. That's what Kansas City Pioneers does. I'm at a loss for words, Garrett. I apologize. That was absolutely incredible.
I mean, the KCP duo, we talk about the teamwork between Druk and Soulsnipe, and people like to over-exaggerate, right? They'll be like, oh, they're just over-exaggerating about their teamwork. They're really just, you know, like every other team's just as talented as them when it comes to the team shot, when it comes to the chemistry. No. I don't think there's any other duo here in the HCS that makes 3 comebacks in a row. Not in a row, but 3 comebacks in a series, man, where they were out and down for the count. It was game point. Multiple slays needed to happen. They got it each time. This is the iciest I've seen a 2v2 ever been, man. I mean, I completely forgot about game 2, Tony, where what was that, 25-6? Every other game, yes. It was just absolutely insane that they have that sort of ice. You get Soulsnipe and Druk, man. They need to go into the dojo, start training up on Plaza so that doesn't happen again. They get themselves secure like that. Bound and Renegade have a match.
I mean, luckily they did lose big time on Plaza. You are right, but luckily they did not see it again throughout that series. Big win in favor of Druk and Soulsnipe, and I can't say enough about these guys. I mean, that was absolutely incredible. I mean, Frosty Vemzii put on a show, but that whole series was a show. I can't wait to get Alex. I can't wait to get 90 and Shyway back into here.
Oh man, the Alexes, man, they'll come back. But guys, we just saw one of the craziest Monday Tuesday matches of all time. You know what you should do? Follow the Twitch channel, you know, hit that follow button, because we're gonna have another Money Tuesday, and we're gonna see the return of Druk and Soulsnipe. So be following and be ready for it. But guys, I think we have our analysts ready. I think like you said, 90 and Alex are back. Guys, great for you to join us. What did you guys think of that last match?
I don't know if I'll
Insanity.
I don't know if I'll ever be ready to react to what just happened there. Like, first off, you got to give credit where credit is due. Druk and Soulsnipe, they're incredibly talented. They're a great duo. They did an amazing job, so congrats to them. But my soul, man, it hurts my soul. 3 comebacks back to back, and somehow Frosty and Vemzii could not ice up. It burns. I really wanted to see a game 5, and I'm a little upset that I didn't get to, but that's just how it goes sometimes, I guess.
The amount of opportunities that we saw is just outstanding. Like, we saw at least 10 or 15 times 24. Where there were plays. There were plays made that just changed everything. I think one of the biggest ones for me was a lot of the 1v1s with camo that Soulsnipe or Druk would win. They won a lot of very big pivs with their camos where they were about to die, they were caught out, and they were just able to make it. They were able to, you know, ice up when they needed to the most, and it was just so fun to watch, especially on those truth games. They just have that truth down. Like, they knew exactly what they needed to do. They didn't make any huge mistakes, and they pulled it out, man. I could not believe it, honestly. I thought that it was in the bag so many times for Vemzii and Frosty. I am very, very disappointed. I am upset. I can't say much more because I'll probably regret it.
I feel like there might be a few nerves at play or something. Like, I could tell by the end of that last game when it was like 19-22 and Frosty and Vemzii were still leading. They had 22. Their game plan, their play style completely changed. They went back to the base and they started playing way slower. They started holding back up because it seemed like there was a bit of a nervous air there, a tension, because they don't want a third comeback. That's the last thing you want to see. And I think especially somebody like Vemzii in his shoes, playing with somebody who's basically the undisputed GOAT in Halo 5 right now. Vemzii, it's hard for Vemzii, I think, to be his full self, his true self as a player. I would imagine when you've got Frosty beside you, you don't want to upset the man. You know what I mean? So I would be nervous playing with Frosty. So there's a lot of that they're new to playing with each other. There's definitely a lack of chemistry there, and I felt that lack of chemistry at the end of every one of those games. Their play style started to crumble at the end.
When you play with a world champ and never really made your name out there in fours, you feel like a major amount of pressure.
Yeah.
Because you know what that guy expects. I've done it plenty of times where I've played with massive names in the game, and I knew I could feel it. Like every little call out, every little tone in their voice, every little time they were on their death cam and they were trying to tell you what to do, and you're just thinking to yourself, oh God, oh God. So yeah, there is a little bit of that might have come into play. Vemzii wasn't playing his normal, just super free, super carefree type. There's money on the line. A lot of people are watching. Over 600 people. Yeah, man. So there's a lot going on there. So that was just an incredible match. I mean, those were some of the best last second 24-24 games that we've seen on Money Tuesday. I think that was it right there. That was just insane.
Damn, look at that.
Insane.
Look at it, 25-24, 25-24. 3 games out of the 4 that we watched, and all those 3 were insane nail-biter comebacks. I can't believe you guys got that.
Oh,
that's so crazy.
That's
3 games. 3 games.
I don't think I even registered it, man. I don't even think I registered what just happened.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
Now, can the next matchup match that? Is what I want to know. Will we get that same kind of ice from Bubu and Saiyan? Is going to be the big question coming up soon.
It really is. And Tony said it on Twitter. He said, "Hey guys, this is not an undercard. This is a co-main event.
It is for sure."
So I mean, hey, you were right, Tony.
We got 2 main cards.
That was a main card, man. That was. Oh man, I feel good about it though. But we're gonna get started. Actually, we need an interview. Can we get this man in here? Can I go down there? Where are these guys at?
I want to listen to Druk, man.
Yeah, so let's talk to these winners, these icy KCP champions, these belt holders, these HCS top dogs, the first seed, because that's what I believe Soulsnipe was posting in one of our group chats. He's like, higher seed, first seed. Dude, he's getting on Frosty's nerves. I can already tell. Like, Frosty's going to come back with a vengeance. It is going to be crazy. So let's get him in here. Let's talk to him. I want to hear what these guys have to say. Can you guys hear me? Hello, Druk?
Yo.
What's up, guys? I want to hear from you, Druk, first. How do you feel right now?
I feel pretty good. Feeling icy. Feeling a little bit chilly outside.
Dude, when we were on your listen-in, man, like, your call-outs were like, there was no worry in your voice.
Nah, there was worry.
There was a little bit of worry.
Was there?
We were down every single game. Nah, there was no worry. I'm just trolling.
Okay. So, Soul, in those games when you were down like that, like, what do you think was one of the biggest reasons why you were able to clutch up?
Because I'm just thinking in my head, Vemzii has no ice, Vemzii has no ice, Vemzii has no ice. So then we just like keep trying. And because me and Druk have been teaming for literally 3 years and play 2s together all the time, so the fact that it was even close is actually kind of sad. But yeah.
Bingo.
Keep playing until the game's over. Unless it's Plaza and you're down 5-20, then you just give up like we gave up. But that was ridiculous though. That kid, they literally just hit 180 no scrubs back to back to back.
Yeah, I mean, I was ready to go yellow when it was like 10-3 on
we just
Plaza.
didn't want to be toxic, but we were gonna go yellow team like when it was 5-12. Honestly,
I appreciate that.
I was ready to just give up.
Yeah, I mean, y'all kept your composure in a certain way, I guess. So y'all are just like, y'all chalked it, y'all gave it up. I appreciate that. That was an incredible series. Guys, we got to get you back on Money Tuesday because, I mean, y'all are the top dogs right now, and we got to give y'all another shot at the title because that was insane.
Who would you want to play next, by the way? Who would be an ideal matchup if you were to come back?
Well, I'll play anyone.
Oh, yeah, we'll play anyone.
So.
Whoever's in the Pro Series out of like the top 4 teams, that'd be fun. Just they're all like I don't know. We could play Bound and John again. We could
There
play
you go.
Brad and Trippy again, or Brad and Trippy, or like Saiyan and someone, Bubudubu, any of them.
I mean,
It'll be
Druk. I
fun.
mean, you and Penguin are going at it on Twitter. I mean, maybe we could maybe get something like that. I don't know. Maybe throw it. I don't know. Penguin and one of his teammates. I want to see that.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Gary, you got any words for them?
I have to ask, guys. Oh, we saw it on Twitter. Bound posted on his wall. He said, "Never again, never again." And I'm sitting here. I'm thinking, championship Druk, championship Snipe. Man, they look a little bit different. You guys looking great. What's going to happen on Saturday? What is the rest of the field going to be fearing?
Go ahead, Druk. Like, no, imagine. I don't know. Go ahead.
I don't even know what the question was, but
This man is so lasered.
Yeah, they live in the present, all right? On the day of, they figure it out, right? Saturday comes up, they ice up. Go for it.
I mean,
yeah, go
watch
for
what
it.
you say, but go ahead. There you go.
we just troll and pool play against like some of the worst teams, or like, but like since we don't like scrim or do anything or really practice, like we kind of have to just take that seriously. I think that's what we've learned. Tournament and pool play, just use that to like get better and like refine ourselves until like we get to like those top 4, top 2 matches.
Absolutely. We look forward to seeing it. Guys, thank you so much for your time tonight. That was an awesome matchup. Look forward to seeing you again.
All right, bro. Thanks for having us.
Look forward to being here.
For sure. Y'all have a good night.
Real.
All right, so there you have it, folks. Those are our winners for the undercard. I mean, not really an undercard. That was a top matchup, if I got to say so myself. We're going to take a tiny little break, though. We'll be right back, though, with our next matchup. Our next matchup's getting started right now. We're going to go into a little bit of a video. We've got some interviews with these next players. It's going to be Saiyan and Bubudubu, going to be the challengers taking on the best 2v2 players in the world. That is going to be Bound and Renegade. Cannot wait for this one. We spoke with Saiyan and Bubu before this. Let's roll those tapes, have them tell you what they think about this matchup coming up next.
I'm very confident we will be able to win this match, and I don't want to say too much right now. I'll have a lot more to say after the match. So when we end up winning this match, just stay tuned for the post interview and you'll see what I have to say.
Hey, all you Money Tuesday fans. I'm 99, and I am here with Bubudubu. He's going to be taking on Renegade and Bound this week with Saiyan. What's going on, my friend?
What's up? What's up? Nothing much. I'm just ready to play this Money Tuesday match.
I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad to hear it. Have you been watching the matches? Have you seen this domination from these two?
Yeah, I've been watching, and first of all, I mean, it's super entertaining. And second of all, I'm kind of sick to my stomach that they're just, going and winning every single match possible. So I'm going to try my hardest to put an end to this.
You actually had a clip on the big stage that everyone was just very impressed with. When the pressure was on, you made a play with the camo that was just seen around the world. Everyone talked about it for weeks and months, and people are still echoing about just your discipline, because it has been the running story of your entire career is it's much summed up in this clip. So I want to run it, and I want to see your reaction. I want to hear what you have to say about it. Go ahead, roll the clip.
Here comes all of CLG. How is Bubu going to deal with this using his camo?
You know, this was a good play. He realized
Okay, so honestly,
he wasn't going to be able to get bottom mid. He wasn't going to be able to stop it, so he's going to get camo.
this entire play was just like,
alive here. This is going to be
I don't know, it's just like in the zone. Like once you're in the zone, you're just in the zone, and like you kind of just know what to do in the moment.
He doesn't really need to be in here right
And
now. Actually, they're going to
this is kind of like how this play even happened.
Great play by Bubu. Honestly, I mean,
Just like
that shows, even though he's
zero hesitation. Like I just planned this whole thing out in my head.
strategic play there to leave bottom mid.
And honestly was surprised that it even worked out this well, because like you can see their entire team like in the stronghold.
This is a veteran play right here out of a young gun. Wow.
incredible double kill
But yeah, like,
by Bubudubu. What ridiculous stuff.
I mean, dude, I just remember hearing that chant and just like, I thought we were winning this whole tournament.
Your score, ladies and gentlemen, as the Bubudubu chant starts here in Columbus. It is 40.
Look at that chat popping off.
Yeah.
Like, everyone was freaking out about that. Bubudubu. I mean, just the level of discipline, the trigger discipline, and then, you know, the awareness. Both of those combined in, you know, that type of situation with the biggest stage imaginable. I don't know. Like, did you feel any type of way? Like, I know you said that you felt like you were gonna win the event, but you know, was it just total focus where you didn't even think for a second? Like, you just totally were worried about the next play after that? Or
yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, kind of like in that moment, like you're just like focused on the job like in front of you, and I mean the play came down to like what, I was the last guy alive on the team, and I mean honestly a lot of people probably would have just like stayed alive with camo and just try to stay alive for like their teammates to spawn up and try to make a play with their team after that. But I mean, when you're at a tournament and you gotta kind of just like make the plays, like you gotta just make insane plays pretty much. Like when you're playing against top teams like that, you gotta go for it like every time. So that's kind of what happened right there, and it was a combination of just going for it and the discipline that kind of paid off.
Well, going back to the Money Tuesday, what do you think is going to be the key to bringing down Renegade and Bound?
I mean, honestly, we're just gonna have to shut down Bound, and I think Tommy and I can both, you know, really shut down Renegade. Just our play styles will kind of counteract his. But when it comes to Bound, we're really gonna have to shut him down and pretty much just play our best. I think if me and Tommy are both playing our best, we should be able to win this match.
Have you guys played a 2v2 before?
We haven't, but you know, as like I said earlier, he's my 44 teammate, so in the Halo 5 Pro Series. So I mean, we're probably gonna run some 2v2 games before the tournament and just kind of, you know, tighten things up, and then going into it, yeah, we're just gonna give them our best punch and see what happens.
How about you? Have you played a lot of 2v2s?
Oh yeah, I've been grinding 2s a lot, specifically against Renegade. Me and him have been going back at it, so this is kind of the match I'm looking forward to. I really just want to beat Renegade, so yeah.
Hello everybody and welcome. My name is Brandon Pettis, aka Louis V Titan, and this is Money Tuesday. I'm here with Tommy Wilson, aka Saiyan. He's a pro in the scene and he's been around for quite a while now. Tommy, how you doing?
Doing good today, Louis. Doing good. How about you?
Doing well. I cannot complain. We're very excited to have you here because you are actually going to be on the next fight card. He's going to be playing with Bubudubu. Are you guys excited to play on Money Tuesday?
Absolutely. Love to play some high quality Halo with some high quality players.
Speaking of high quality Halo, you've been playing some high quality Halo. Obviously, you're a pro. How long do you think that you've been at the level that you are now as far as skill goes?
So, as far as skill, I mean, I professionally became a Halo player back around 2017, you know, getting around into the top 8 with Luminosity at the time. But, you know, kept on making it grind up, getting the top 3s by the end in 2018, and then closed out second with the majors in 2018. But been feeling like even just the past few years I've gotten better, and I feel like I've been, you know, sort of not perfecting, but trying to perfect whatever shortcomings in my gameplay and weaknesses in my gameplay. So I feel like even now I'm a better player than I was in 2018, honestly.
Saying, I know that you're running as Inconceivable these days?
Yeah, as of right now, just for the minor competitions going on, they're the most that we've gotten in a few years now. I'm playing with Bound, Bubu, and Falcated as the team Inconceivable. But still, of course, signed to Team MV for Halo Infinite with the roster that I do have, as many of you probably do know as of right now. So, yeah, just for the time being with H5, that is the team.
Yeah, you mentioned Bound. He's actually, in this case, for Money Tuesday on the other side of the ring from you. How do you feel about that,
Yep.
playing against a teammate?
I think it's fine. I'm happy to play against, Adam. He's a great player. He's a great player, and he's definitely made some strides just the past year. Once he started to kind of take competitions more seriously, which I was actually happy to see. He was always he definitely kind of made him like he was the matchmaking kid, and he started making some good connections with some other pro players, and people recognized that he was a good player even back in like 2018. He played in some online cups, and people saw he had potential, but he kind of just pushed it to the side a little bit. So to see him make the climb up now and to be playing against them and playing with them at least right now in these pro series and to play against them in like these types of tournaments, I'm excited to play against him. And he's still a great player, and I've played against other great players for a while now, so nothing too different, at least on that front.
Yeah, no doubt. Definitely a great player right there with Bound. Speaking of Bound, though, he is teaming with Renegade. Is there any sort of a relationship between you and Renegade?
So with John and I think kind of like me, John, Joey being Trippy, and kind of even Shotzi, we all four kind of came up around the same time back in that 2017 point. At least me and John played quite a bit of like ones and just other, probably like eights even at a time somewhat, and just kind of had like I think almost natural rivalry. Like we both just wanted to win. Like John can kind of come off like he's not trying, or he's not like, that dude wants to win. John wants to win, and he wants to make money, which I respect, and that's why it's always fun playing against John when things are serious, because he's trying hard. I know he is, and so looking forward to playing against him in these twos.
Yeah, absolutely. You've definitely mentioned ones, you've mentioned eights, and we just started to touch on twos. How comfortable are you in a Money 2 setting, Truth, Plaza, Regret in a 2v2?
So twos is definitely probably still like, it's probably still my weakest, but I will say I think even my weakest is still pretty strong. I'll be confident with that statement, at least, I think, where I used to not really play all that much. I kind of knew it. It still kind of flows like any, Halo Slayer match, 4v4, ones, whatever. Like, you're just trying to get the kills, survive, get the power-ups, power weapons, whatever it is. But at least back in like 2019, whenever I started taking twos a little bit more serious for like Atlantic City, I started to actually learn how to play like the more nuanced things of twos. So it's been a while since I've consistently played twos, which is okay. I'm still kind of confident with what I can do. I know these guys are, they're the fiends of twos. They play a lot. They know the ring pretty well, which they at least got that on me. I think is just the experience of being in those types of games. But I still think I got what it takes to bring home the dub.
Yeah, there's actually no doubt in my mind that you'll, bring the competition, and of course you're a pro. All of you guys are pros, so I don't think that there's going to be any big margin of discrepancy in talent here. I think that you guys are all pretty evenly matched. Of course, Bound and Renegade, they've been on a win streak here on Money Tuesday. Their first match was against Ryanoob and Rain, two pros that are probably better at the the older type of Halos than they are for Halo 5. But they beat them in a 3-0 sense in a best of 5. Then they went on, they played Druk and Soulsnipe in a best of 7. Of course, they dropped 2 games to Druk and Soulsnipe. Did you catch any of that game by chance?
I actually watched a little bit of the Druk and Soulsnipe one. I didn't know they played Rain and Ryanoob for their first matchup. That's kind of interesting. I didn't know that. But, yeah, I was actually kind of surprised that Soulsnipe and Druk had as close. Like, they're still great players, and they play a good bit of twos as well. But in that matchup, I thought it was going to be a little bit not as close.
We just touched on Druk and Soulsnipe in the first return of Money 2s. Now, speaking of the last Money 2 session, they played against Frosty and Trippy. Frosty and Trippy, two very renowned players. They are, winnings and all of that. They're very good players. That was also a best of 7, and it was completed in 6 games. Did you happen to catch any of that match?
I think I did also catch a little bit of that one. I will admit that I'm not like the biggest follower of watching all of these games, but I do still occasionally at least peek in to watch a little bit. Yeah, I watched a little bit of it. Thought that was pretty competitive.
Yeah, so you're no stranger to competition. Whenever you're on that twos match, in the 2 match on Money Tuesday, what do you think is going to be going through your head before that first game starts?
I mean, I think I'll treat it. I still have that same mindset, like I said, about it. Treating it still similar to, you know, the fours or just like a 1v1 where like you got to play for the advantages. You got to play, at least when you have a teammate, you got to play with your teammate. But those camos, those overshields, the sniper combo, if there is one, like those are all very important things that you just can't let go, especially when there's only so many moving parts, and like that's what makes 2 so hectic at times, where like if the team can get momentum, it's even almost more noticeable because it goes from a 2v2 to a 2v1 in an instant, and that is just so hard to fight back on. So any advantage really does matter. So that's all I'm going to be focusing on primarily, is still just, you know, the fundamentals, get the power-ups, get the power weapons, and then, you know, work with my teammate.
Yeah, I definitely think that's the key to victory here, doing the little things right. Speaking of your teammate, you're going to be teaming with Bubudubu. How well do you know Bubudubu?
Oh, I know Jesse very well. I mean, we teamed from the beginning of 2018 to towards the middle of it for at least a full season. We had a great run, and he was previously on Team MV with us at the time, and Jesse was a great teammate. Enjoyed playing with Jesse, and so I think we do still have quite a bit of potential to put up a very competitive game and still, like I said, take home the dub. I think it's possible.
Absolutely. You guys are definitely still young and definitely still very talented with Halo Infinite on the horizon. Are you guys excited for the new game?
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's, I think in any Halo player's mind that's still stuck around at this point, that's all you're thinking about. Everyone's still playing, and begrudgingly, probably for most, but we're just thinking about, you know, one day it's almost there. We just got to keep going, just got to keep doing, and that's all we really can do. And, you know, events like this are going to make it a little bit easier to get by.
Absolutely. You got to take everything step by step. Speaking of taking things step by step, if we do play a best of 7 or a best of 5, we're going to be replaying maps. Which map do you think is personally your strongest? Truth, Plaza, or Regret?
Probably Truth. I feel like Truth is just pure. It's just like more raw gameplay. With the other ones, I feel like the momentum shifts are just so much heavier. Like Camo really has a big impact on Truth, but I feel like there's at least a possibility for the team that's like in a disadvantage to kind of stop the pressure. And even if they are getting pushed back into a corner, while you're in that corner, like you can still at least maneuver and work around and help each other more than you can on Plaza if you're just getting blaned off respawn and, you know, there's an overshield thrust sliding at you, whatever, or Regret, same thing, spawning top of a base, getting shot right away from top mid, or an overshield just running it down at you. Splits on that map are very, very rough. So I think Truth has probably the most potential for just an absolute like even gameplay compared to the other two. So probably that one is, I would say, is like the most favorable map for myself.
Absolutely. With your competitors in mind, Bound and Renegade, when you go onto Plaza, of course, there's the sniper rifle. Who on the other team do you think you're going to fear the most with them having the sniper rifle?
It's a tough question. I mean, I feel like both Bound and Renegade, they both just hit some nasty snipes, and even if you de-scope them and you're kind of holding forward, thrusting at them, like they can hit some good snapshots, close or far away. Yeah, I don't know if I really have a choice. I feel like they're almost pretty close to my mind for someone that's going to hit the snipes. Like, I think they're just going to hit their shots most of the time. So it'd be a hard bet to place against them.
Do you feel like the way to play on Plaza is going to be to keep that power weapon out of their hands?
Yeah, and I mean that still just kind of like goes back to what I talked about with fundamentals, and like that's just kind of the mindset I've adopted about winning a competitive Halo match in general. Is like if we can control the advantage in the game, like it's gonna be probably near impossible for the other team to win, especially if you know how to play the game, which I know Jesse and I both do. So if we just keep the sniper in our hands, if we can keep the overshield in our hands, and if they happen to get an overshield, if we can turn that on them real quick with a sticky grenade or a combo, like those things are all like factors that I'm going to try and keep in my mind, keep fresh in my mind at all times. That's what you have to do, especially when, like I said, there's so few pieces on the board that you can't rely on 3 other teammates to distract while you backsmack an overshield or sneak up on a sniper. So yeah, definitely just going to have to keep those factors in mind.
Yeah, I definitely like what I'm hearing. It sounds like you have a good head on your shoulders about this matchup. You're not worried about the money. You're not even worried about who's the other side, right? It's all about playing that fundamental Halo, making sure that you do the little things right, and staying focused and conquering the task that's at hand. Tommy, I appreciate you joining us here on Money Tuesday.
Hey guys, welcome back. We just saw Bubudubu and Saiyan, and I can see the chat. It got you guys really ready for this one. Y'all are locked and loaded and just excited to be here, saying some very interesting things about these two young gentlemen. I'm glad y'all are ready because this is going to be a great one. We've got two amazing challengers taking on the Kings, the reigning champs. We've had them win against everybody. They've won against the best. They've played Frosty and Trippy, took them down. Druk and Soulsnipe took them down. They've played some of the greatest 2v2 players in the world. They've regularly played against Shotzi and Eco and Stellar. They've played against Snakebite, Royalty. They played them all. I mean, they've played every single person they can possibly play. Everyone says Bound and Renegade are at the top. This is amazing. Guys, I'm Nighty Night, and I'm here with the crew. We've got Yu-Gi-Oh! Tools, Why Not Be Reckless, and Shyway. Hey, gentlemen.
Hey, Nighty. Are you ready for tonight? We already had half the show.
Hyped.
We had a main card. And I'm going to call it a main card. It's the unofficial main card. And now we get main card number 2. And it just gets better from here, right? You already named the 4, I want to say, gods, I guess, that are going to be going up against each other. But, man, I'm just excited to get it underway. I'm excited to see the chat react to it, too. The chat's been a lot of fun tonight.
Yeah, they've been on top of the ball, but we've got to talk about this matchup. This is going to be insane. Let's get the challengers out right away. Tony, talk to me about Bubudubu. What are your thoughts?
I mean, what's there to talk about? This guy is absolutely insane. $9,500 earned in the HCS Pro Series, an average placement of 2.4, 81.3% win percentage. That is incredible to me. I mean, he's 21 years old, come out of Covington, Louisiana. This guy's gotten first place at I think it was DreamHack Atlanta 2017, first place at DreamHack Anaheim 2020. He's done it in free free-for-alls as well. 2015 Daytona free-for-all champion, 2016 Orange County free-for-all champion. The list goes on, Alex.
It really does. I mean, the guy's got accolades for days. He's one of the most disciplined players I've ever seen in the game of Halo. He plays a mental game that's so far above the rest. He is the LAN champion at the moment. He carries that belt. But in 2v2s, we've seen him practice a lot against the GOATs. He's been playing against Bound. He's been playing against Renegade. You heard him in the interview, like he is ready to beat them. He is so gung-ho, and he wants to make this a really, really good one. I cannot wait for this matchup. It's going to be insane because I know that he can do this. I know for a fact that he can really shock the world and make this an amazing match. It comes down to the ice. Is Bubudubu going to be able to ice up against Renegade? Because we know Renegade's got the best ice of them all. But yeah, we've got to move on. We've got to talk about his teammate Saiyan. I've seen this kid play so many times. I've studied his gameplay. He's one that's stuck out to me over the years. It really impresses me how much of an in-game leader he is right out of the gate. I mean, he was kind of new to the pro scene, and already he was like giving orders. He wasn't really barking orders. That's not really his personality. But he was able to tell these veterans what to do. He was just so prepared and ready. He's one of those guys that likes to know everything about every team he's playing. He's won championships already. Not championships. He's won grand finals of these online tournaments we've been having recently. On LAN, unfortunately, he's only placed second. He has not won a major LAN yet. So that's a question mark yet. Can he get there? There's still people that are wondering if that is the case or not. He gets a lot of hate from some of the top pros because of how good he really is online. He's one of the best players there is in Halo 5 when it comes to online play, but he's never won an online event. So there's that But then we've got the Kings. We've got on the other side, Bound and Renegade. Gary, tell me about this, or I'm sorry, Alex, tell me about Bound and what you can say about this guy that we've never even seen before.
Right. Bound's an interesting case because on one hand, who is this guy? Who the heck is Bound? I've never seen him before. I literally have a YouTube video where in the first 5 seconds of the video I shout the words, "Who is Bound?" Because we've never seen him. The man's so elusive, he's never shown his face. But all we know is that he's a damn monster on the map. He's a demon. We can see some of the stats here, of course, beside him, but that honestly doesn't even do him justice. Man's incredible. He might be, out of this lobby, he's definitely the fastest player here. And Tony, I love the Tony quote. Whenever Bound is in tournament, his YY hits different. He's different. He moves different when he's under pressure, and he knows he could put on a show, and he really does. So, I'm expecting big plays from Bound today. I'm expecting him to move quick. I'm expecting him to be the entry fragger. He gets right in there, right up in your face, puts the pressure on, and then he's got Renegade behind him who's just a laser on the map to shut him down. By the way, we saw this the last time we brought up Tuesday, but this is his opening performance here with the Mario Stomp. Triple kill out of him. This is the first time we got to see Bound in HCS, and there you go. It's my YouTube video where I freak out about the man. But yeah, just an incredible player all around. Never fails to surprise me. We watched his 18-hour stream a week ago. Man's going off at 1v1s. I'm sure he's going to carry some of that ice, some of that talent over to 2v2 today. Just another day in the shop for this man.
Teammate Gary, Renegade is obviously the god. He is nicknamed Renegade because he's just that good. He is almost unbeatable. Tell me what you can about this man.
Renegade, we saw it last Monday, Tuesday. It would look like they were down and out for the count, right? It should have been a 3-0 in favor of Trippy and Frosty. They stole away the game one, but then when the back was against the wall, Renegade came in clutch and he started taking over game after game after game. What we saw from him last Monday, Tuesday in that regret game might be the peak of Two's performance I've ever seen. He was playing like a god, and then on top of that, he finishes the game where we're talking to him and he says, "Oh, I had a migraine the entire night." He had a migraine and he was playing the best Two's performance I've ever seen out of anyone play, and he was a critical part of that dynasty that was Splice. It was a short-lived one. It wasn't as long as Tox, but there was no one on the planet that could even touch Splice for that short period of time, and it was him and Shotzi that really differentiated the two young guns that had the support of Eco and Stellar. And honestly, this guy is just the best Two's player on the planet, and we're going to see why tonight, because he's going to be making play after play. No one comes close to Renegade in Two's performance, in my opinion.
The timing when you said that right him in that video was perfect. Good job, Gary, because he just looked so scary right there, man, when he was sitting down to play at the World Championship. Look at this, though. This is pretty cool. In the most recent of events, when Inconceivable's been playing in these Halo 5 online events, Saiyan has been taking it. Like, when it comes to LAN, we know who bests him as far as statistics. Renegade is far and away the better, has the better stats. But recently, there's been a clear advantage. When they meet for money, Cloud9 versus Inconceivable, Saiyan takes the cake. The win percentage is far in his favor, and he's been playing much better individually in 4v4 during the HCS tournaments. So that's kind of interesting to see right there. I don't think that there's going to be any type of worry as far as confidence for Saiyan. So that's pretty amazing right there. But then going into this one,
I don't know, because I feel like Saiyan and Bubu are just entering Renegade's playground today. I feel like Renegade Bound are just there in the ultimate comfort position. But sorry, Nighty, I interrupted you there. I'm sure we're gonna bicker back and forth about it.
No. Go ahead. Take over, Alex.
No, I'm just saying, I can't wait to see how it goes, but how do you take down Renegade and Bound after the performance we've seen from them against Frosty and Trippy, against Soulsnipe and Druk? It just seems like another day in the job for them. I'm going to have to see, what kind of gameplay Bubu and Saiyan are bringing today, because they have the individual skill, they have the stats, the performance, but as far as together in a twos match against Bound and Renegade, I'd be hard-pressed to vote against Bound and Renegade right now.
Yeah, Gary, I think you've got a few words here.
Yeah, well, for Renegade is just insane, right? Like we talked about his last Money Tuesday. This is his stat performance on Money Tuesday. This is just Money Tuesday when he's playing against the best players on the planet. He has a 1.36 KD. Like, that absolutely insane stats from Renegade when it comes to Money Tuesday. But if we could, I want to go back to that stat sheet that we saw from Saiyan, because there's one thing I want to point out about Saiyan. You know, Saiyan is a household name that we have, but this man, he's 21. I think he's about to turn 22. And he has $240,000 in winnings right now. He hasn't won a major LAN yet, but he's been around the scene. He is 22, like just about to be 22 years old, and he has one of the most seasoned careers in Halo right now out of anyone that's playing. It just feels as if he came into this scene and instantly found his niche, instantly found himself on the best rosters. And I'm excited to see what he has going in Infinite. But like I said, man, Renegade, he's a scary man to go up against.
He is indeed. Saiyan was just there. He won in the Winners Bracket Finals against one of the greatest teams of all time. He knocked him down to losers, but couldn't get it done in Grand Finals. He's one of the greatest individually in the game. Saiyan, I am really hoping that they could do this, because it's been a long time since we've seen Bound and Renegade lose. This is going to go to you, Shyway and Tools. Good luck.
This is it. This is about to happen. Garrett, how you feeling, man? I know you got your comms warmed up in round one. Are you ready for a whole nother one?
I'm ready for my voice to disappear. I want to see it. Let's go to Game 7. I want to be hoarse.
Let's burn you out. Here we go, man. Potentially a 7-game series here, unless Bound and Renegade got something to say about it. But they'll start by melting the camo to kick off our game here on Truth.
Yeah, beautiful movement by Bound to go up top. He uses that height to bounce off a perfect nade into the ground and finds the shot. But Bubudubu just won a critical kill on Renegade, and he perfectly bounced the nade to back Bound down. This is like a reversal Uno card, man. It looked like Bubudubu was out for the count, and it was just going to be a clean wipe for Bound and Renegade. And then a well-placed nade, and Bubudubu, he's taking it. Give him your energy. Bubudubu coming out hot to start our first game.
This is what I'm looking to see from Bubu and Saiyan. We know Bound's got the Nikes on. The man's fast, but is he accurate enough to take out Bubu, to take out Saiyan? These guys on the map, when they start hitting their shots, they do not miss. You got Renegade, of course, across him. Top Car. This is the battle for the ages right here. Who wins between Pink and Top Car? And so far, Bubu icing up, hitting the shots. In the meantime, Bound with a flank. You can see he's getting around for the pinch here. They did isolate, take out Saiyan. That leaves Bubu alone. He's going to have to play it slow here. And I love the little stutter step coming in. Bound's aware of it, though. He comes right down to bottom base. Will challenge. Bubu doing what he can to stay up here. All this time is to milk to get his teammate to come back up to help out here, but Bubu taken down.
Yeah, Bubu just could not keep up with that close range fight. That's where Bound's bread and butter is. Similar like CSGO, you'll hear the term entry fragger. And that, I think Bound is the perfect example of what it means to be an entry fragger in Halo. He's one of those players that will get up in your face, and because he's so precise with his micro movements, he's so precise with his aim, when he's up close and personal, he doesn't lose fights. And that's what Renegade depends on. Renegade wants Bound to play as fast and aggressive as possible, put in those opening shots, and then let him come in and clean up the damage. They were talking about it in this interview. They really complement each other perfectly, and they're up 6-4 in this game. Next camouflage is coming up, but Bound and Renegade have some work to do. They have no P presence right now with camo coming up soon. I think Bound heard someone next to him. He's trying to find the kill. Bubu's pushing him forward. Bound, come on, Bound, you gotta get the kill. He misses the stick. Oh, that's so unfortunate.
Unfortunate for Bound and Renegade, but huge for Bubu and Saiyan here. But Renegade going in, he's going to try to melt Bubu as fast as possible. Saiyan not there in time to stop it. I'm not sure if that camo was picked up. They're going to square off, though, Bound and Saiyan here between bottom mid, up on Pink. Bound right now, assuming that camo was burned, I think maybe, because I don't see it in the hands of anyone. So in the very last second there, they managed to grab it. But honestly, I think Saiyan, Bubu could have gotten away with that if they had coordinated a little better. Despite that, though, the game goes on. Bound making his way up through blue here. You can see both players up on Car's side, and they're split across the map. This is something Bound does well, is he's so good at coordinating a pinch with his teammate. They just need to time it effectively here. Right now, Bound is completely out by himself here, getting shelled by Saiyan. He's going to get pushed by Bubu at the same time, but living up for now.
You got Bound just hiding underneath this base. Bubudubu opts the challenge, and Bubudubu goes down. Bound does not lose those fights, man. And we're talking about, he's so deadly when you get him in that 1v1, when you get him up close and personal. And Saiyan just peeks the wall, and Bound takes him out. Bound starting to take over the game a little bit, as he's already opting to challenge Bubudubu over on the P Street. He's going to get back down, but Renegade spawns over on the car. He's going to have an angle to fight. But we're about to see a one-on-one versus Renegade and Saiyan. Who comes out on top. Renegade quickly made one shot, and Saiyan's gonna back down for now. And there's Bound, man, just maneuvering on the bottom half of the map. That's the second or third time we've seen that, Shy.
They got to watch the bottom of the map because Bound loves it there. He loves bottom mid. He'll thrust slide straight through. He doesn't care about the high ground positioning because he knows he has timing to do it. Get in there and get the kill. And Renegade, speaking of kills, he got Bubudubu. He's looking for a stick here. It doesn't look like he gets it, but will he win that fight? I can't believe he almost got Saiyan. Bound will still take Saiyan out to keep the lead here. So 12-8 on the board. And Bound just going to stay up in pink attic here while his teammate spawns. You can see the remaining players up on pink. We've got Camo coming up shortly here. So the advantage to Bubu and Saiyan as they look to hold down P2. You can see, I believe, Saiyan making a big rotation over to blue here. Bubu left to hold it down, and he's doing a perfect job of that. He got himself a 5 and the advantage on the Camo. In the meantime, Renegade going to square off with Saiyan here. Just trying to stay up with Bubu. That's a Camo for him.
Yeah, so hopefully Bubu got away with that Camo because that was a dangerous play. Yeah, Saiyan gets that... Oh, actually, I thought for a second I saw Bound being in. No, Bubu did get the Camo. I was about to go head crazy right there, Shy, but I was just about to say, Saiyan went and challenged over on the car side, leaving Bubu to himself on P. He had that much confidence in Bubudubu that he was going to win that fight on the P side and secure Camo for their team, because that's a dangerous situation. You don't often want to leave the P side when Camouflage is coming up. Bubudubu wins his one-on-one, and Saiyan got the grenade from behind, and that's going to get this game so close. 2 kills separating them. The last little bit of Camo is going to be the catalyst for Bubudubu to start this comeback.
You gotta love the ice from Bubu on that final kill shot there, knowing Renegade was gonna chow out. He had his reticle place, and he just uppercut flicked him to the face to finish him off. Just a 2-kill game now. You got Renegade and Bound up on pink side here. Renegade looking for the kill here, and little bit of a flail coming out of the reticle there. He couldn't get the kill. Saiyan will go down in a trade. And that leaves Bound and Bubu to face off here. Just 2 kills separating them. Bound with the high ground right on top of Bubu. That's a clean 5. Not much you can do about it. That leaves Saiyan spawning up ISO, and you'll see Renegade look to collapse.
Yeah, look at Renegade just coming, and that's a beautiful collapse from those two. And that's just, when we talk about awareness, that is awareness, right? They know where that last player should be based off the spawn that they got, based off their position. And Bubudubu, man, he's done it time and time again. He finds sneaky kills. He gets away with finding a pick, and he's done a great job of staying alive. He makes Renegade weak, and eventually one shot, Bubudubu finds the trade out. But man, it's still a 3-kill lead for Bound, and Renegade is Bound, you know, an unusual display of missing his jumps. We don't see that a lot from Bound.
A little uncharacteristic from Bound. He pays the price for it as well. Renegade might also, though. He looks like, you know what? I take it back. Renegade, he's hitting all of his shots. Doing a great job of getting the trades here, but that's a big nade from Bubu that brings the kill difference down to 2 here. New Camo coming up, and once again, Saiyan and Bubu, they hold down pink side. So Bubudubu, he's the man with the Camo. He's usually making the plays in 4s. We've seen him once this game. He's got to make it even bigger play to ice up here.
Look at Bubu, man. He's just sneaking around with his camouflage.
There
He
it is.
gets Renegade. Bubudubu has been icy this game, and Saiyan gets the back smack on Bound. They tie it up, and now they have the camo, and they have the spawn control advantage. Both of them going to spawn in that bubble. Bubudubu immediately lands down shots, and that's going to keep them contained for the time being. He needs to win this fight versus Bound. Bound challenges. Bound goes down. Renegade's challenging. Bubudubu lives for now, and Bubudubu has been the X factor thus far in this game.
Yo, Garrett, he's been doing it since 2016. You give this man the camo and he makes plays. They've completely turned the game around. They now lead it by 1 kill. And you can see Bound. This is the first time I've seen Bound sit in one place for an extended period of time. The man's just waiting for his teammate to spawn up. They'll sit in blue. The pace of the game has slowed to a crawl here, Garrett. You've got 2 players here on red side, 2 on blue, of course. Bubu, he has the information. He knows players are pushing him up on car side. That's Bound going in with the chow here. He's got multiple shots on him. Leaves Bound 1 shot, but that nade, what a meaty nade to take Bubu down to no shields here. He'll live up on bottom map.
We don't normally see that sort of micro play. Bubu always claims he has some of the best move in the game, and it's not flashy, and that's what I love about it, man. He makes Bound 3-shot. He uses that ledge to jump up and take an unorthodox position to give himself an advantage in that gunfight, and he eventually comes down on top. But now Saiyan's in a tough spot. He's going to get taken down, and that's going to let Renegade and Bound start flooding through this P side, and they need this next camouflage. They want it. You see Bubudubu trying his best to stay alive, but he has nowhere to go. Renegade uses the bottom half of the map to get there. Saiyan with a quick trade out, but we're tied 23 all. The camo could make an impact, but this fight is the biggest of the game. Bound makes him 1 shot, but cannot get the finish. Bubudubu coming in to get help, and now all of a sudden Bound's feeling exposed. He's stuck top top mid. He has nowhere to go, but he's living for now, and Renegade finds the kill on Saiyan to get them at game point.
Yeah, here 24-23. Bound. He smells blood. He knows he's right beside him. There's a player right underneath him. Both right players on top base. Final player on blue underneath. The camo's up as well. A little bit of a double dilemma here. Getting shot from his teammate and across the map. And it looks like, I believe Bubu has escaped from blue base. He's going to throw a couple nades behind him as he gets away here. But we got the camo as a dilemma to worry about. They don't want to just go for it right away, though. I think Saiyan might have the advantage. No, he doesn't. Bound snuffs him out and takes him down. That's a 25-23 to close out game one. My God, for a second, what a nail biter that was, Garrett. And that's just our first match.
And the biggest fight of that game was the fight between Bound and Saiyan at top mid. Saiyan eventually decided that he could not win the fight. He drops down hoping that his last shot would hit the head. It did not, and it left him in an exposed position that Renegade eventually took care of. And Bubudubu just couldn't get that trade out on Bound. Bound was in a seriously dangerous spot. If he dies there at top middle, I think that game clearly goes to Bubudubu and Saiyan. But Bound does what's necessary, and it was a dirty game from him. He was shooting 49%. We don't normally see him that low, but he got the critical kills when they counted. He gets up close and personal, and he provides room for Renegade to do his job. But if Bubudubu keeps playing the way that he is, man, we're going to see something special tonight.
Yeah, if he keeps controlling those power-ups, he'll definitely get an advantage. But the worst thing, or the most difficult thing that I've noticed as far as Bubu and Saiyan is they're continuously playing from the back foot. Saiyan is doing an amazing job of trading out and getting a kill after, Bubu dies, let's say, and Bubu will do the same thing for Saiyan. But it's always that. It's always getting a trade after the first player dies, and that's because Bound is flying up in your face, and he's getting those pivotal entry frags like we talked about earlier. And as long as Bound and Renegade continue to control the pace, continue to apply pressure in the way that they're doing, they're always going to have that slight lead, that edge, and that's what wins them games when it comes down to it. 25-23, just 2 kills, but a win's a win.
Win's a win, a win is a win, win is a win, a win, 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 win. Take it to the bank. Wins are wins. I don't know what I'm saying.
I just lost you there.
Oh, but that's what wins the games, right? I mean, that's how you win matches. You win games. I know we're saying it. It sounds so easy, but Bound and Renegade, they've proven to do that every single time there's a Money Tuesday. They just end up winning games.
They absolutely do. We'll see if they can continue to hold that ice in Game 2 on Plaza. Of course, I love 2s on Plaza because there's so many goodies on the map. We got the snipe to fight over. We even have the light rifle, which is essentially a power weapon. You got the combo, which is basically a power weapon as well. And, of course, the OS that sits pretty in the center of the map, glowing all green here. Somebody's going to want to pick that up, of course. And we'll see who gets it, who's faster to get to the point, or if they can, ice up and lock it down. You got Renegade here as our opening POV, and it looks like the OS was picked up, but quickly burned, and that's an advantage. Renegade and Bound to start. Renegade going to fly to yard, grab the combo. That leaves Bound to get to snipe, and that is some opening map control, assuming Renegade wins his piv, which he does.
I was about to say, Saiyan wins that fight, man. Renegade's going to be getting clowned on Twitter later today. But Saiyan does eventually fall. Bound gets the sniper rifle, and we've seen Bound just take over Plaza games when he gets the sniper rifle. And he's planning to do the same. He instantly comes out, he hits the no-scope, but doesn't hit it as he's going down the lift. Man, that's exciting stuff from Bound. He's wanting to put on a show for us at home.
Yeah, flies in, just lands a shot to the knee. This man, doesn't matter where he hits you, he's just going to flick and land it. Right now, it looks like he's slowed down. You've got Renegade up in Cafe. You can see Bubu, of course, across the map. Saiyan, I believe, in Yard. So they're pretty split up right now, just looking for information. That opening, I love the placement here from Bound. Very popular location to chow. You could see Saiyan, looks like he was trying to spring jump, or he's just hopping there for a little bit. Just delaying the time, right? Anything they can do to make their timing unpredictable will be advantageous for Bubu and Saiyan because they have no resources to work with, and they don't have heads either, Garrett. There's one face down. That's Bubu out of the picture, and now Saiyan left alone in Cafe. Gonna do what he can to put some damage in here. Bound knows he's there, though. Renegade taking shots, but Bound with the flank. That's an easy kill, and 4-0. No kills on the board yet for the blue team.
I mean, Bound's gameplay is so insane to watch. It's not like he's done anything extremely flashy, right? He hits nice snipe shots, but the way that he just uses the mechanics of the game, every time he throws a nade, he's canceling out the animation. He does those little things to give himself an advantage as he eventually does fall that sniper rifle, not quite able to hit the head. And then Saiyan uses it to find Renegade. Man, what a shot from Saiyan. But man, like I said, these players, they're at their top level. They do not want to lose. $1,000 is on the line, and they're going to do everything possible as Bound finds the kill on Saiyan. Wow made one shot. Massive kill from Bound right there to take down Saiyan and to start to get themselves that top mid control so that they can get this next overshield. Bound has it. He's getting up close and personal, and you don't normally snipe away these power-ups from Bubudubu. That's great control from Bound and Renegade.
That's a brutal situation for Saiyan as well. You can't lose those fights. When you hit a no-scope, you miss the Magnum shots, and then the OS comes up, and look at the advantage they've gained off of it, though. I like the laser coming in there across map. The takedown Bound and no shields here. Going to try to live up. They're going to push him right here in Cafe window. You got shots coming in from Renegade for the help here. Bound going to chow out, well, practically no shields, and pays the price for it. Bubudubu will take him down. Nades coming in, though. Nice trade from Renegade, and then squaring off with Renegade. Saiyan will finish that off to bring the score just a little bit closer here. And he's in position for that snipe as well. So we'll see. We might get a little Saiyan snipe action here, but it looks like he's going to have to rotate farther away from it for now and just bait it.
Got him stuck. It's like he's trying to decide whether he wants to stutter step or not. He does eventually find Renegade over at that LR, makes him one shot, but Bound just won a critical fight, and now Saiyan is stuck between a hard place and a rock, and he cannot get away. Renegade eventually finds his back, and now Bound has just about a full sniper rifle to work with over at this LR, this glass area. If they can find a kill and then Renegade goes and blocks blue, they could have them in that nest spawn trap that's so devastating, and you know Bound isn't going to let anyone get away from him.
And that's something that could happen right here, right? They get the kill, and you know what? You already got Tram spawns here, so Bound going to make his way. I love that thrust, by the way, timing the thrust, so he gets an upward lift at the very end of that. So beautiful. The execution with the pistol as well. He's going to bring the snipe in for the no-scope beatdown. This is textbook. He does get a double, but leaving a stick behind there, Saiyan will stop the pressure just a little bit, but the snipe's still in the hands of Renegade, and I've seen this man hit some nice shots. I'm expecting more of them.
And he still has 4 bullets to work with. He's going to reload that clip right here as he's one shot. They're going to start trying to collapse on him, but you get up close and personal with Renegade with that sniper rifle. He doesn't often miss. Saiyan wins a big fight versus round. That's versus Bound, and that's going to open up routes. Oh no, Renegade, a crucial miss as Bubudubu is going to be able to get away with that overshield, and he's going to use it to get right into the face of Bound and Renegade. He's buying time for Saiyan to reposition, but Saiyan gets caught out. Another miss snipe. Oh no, Renegade just barely missing millimeters. The difference between Renegade and Bound running away with this game, or the potential comeback from Bubudubu and Saiyan.
Must have given the man a haircut, because that looked clean to me, and that one's going to go into the shoulder, leave that player one shot. In the meantime, Renegade getting pushed here. Bound now up off spawn, though, so expect him to be a threat. In the meantime, Renegade, though, holding it down from glass, does spot the player in front of him. Here he will get shots in, but that player Bubu has the light rifle, and that could be a bane unless Renegade hits every single one of his shots, like of course he's doing. Looks like Bound's down in the meantime, though. A 5-kill game between the two of them. Renegade and Bound definitely with the advantage here, but it does look like something's cooking for Bubu and Saiyan as they're just looking for Renegade, who's been sitting in tram for the last like 3 minutes, Garrett, just holding it down here. Bubu, though, with the light rifle, is going to sneak his way in.
And as he took himself, right, there's routes that you take that take yourself off the map. Then those are the quick flanks, and Bubudubu's so well known for it, but every time it feels like he's done it this game, it's ended up with Saiyan resulting in a death. And now he's going to be able to find Renegade, but he's dead, and they can't afford to trade at this point, right? Plaza is such a hard map to get yourself back into it. You have to be able to get that total control. When you get it, it's beautiful, right? You spawn trap at the nest, but when you're talking at this high of a level, you have to find 2 kills basically right next to each other and have the timing to get to the spawn blocks, and then you usually want a sniper rifle to maintain those spawn traps. It's going to be very tough for Bubudubu and Saiyan to get back into this game, and that next sniper rifle is going to be the catalyst to make it happen. They have to get this sniper rifle and put it to work.
Bubu and Saiyan doing a really good job just slowing the pace of the game, though. They're not letting Bound and Renegade play their game. They're constantly picking up that light rifle. They're holding angles. They're hitting no scopes. Maybe a double here, and he does hit it. Saiyan with the shots. The OS now up, and that's a great advantage for Saiyan and Bubu. I think Bubu's even waiting on that OS, so he gets it nice and late here. Cafe side spawns. Bubu going to look to make the collapse. He's got Saiyan as in the back position here with the snipe. He can hold it down. Just keep that angle. Don't let anybody escape here. But this should be some money for Saiyan and Bubu if they can really capitalize. Bubu, in the meantime, he's going right up into Cafe here, so he's going to be that entry fragger. But looks like both players being so elusive, right? That OS is just melting down. Renegade somehow got the kill on Bubu despite his OS, and Saiyan kind of left out of the field of play here with the snipe. So despite the resources they have, it's not really, coming up the way you think it would.
No, and Saiyan taking really unorthodox angles with the sniper rifle. He does know there's a player in that bottom lift, right? So if that player lives, I think it's safe to say their head gets taken down, but you see them stutter stepping away, and this could leave Saiyan to be in a bad spot. If he drops down and he's not aware that that player is gone and gets a shot in on him, that could be devastating. But it just felt like when Bubudubu got that overshield, it felt as if he really wanted to put the pressure on and play fast. And Saiyan just played the total opposite, stayed back, tried to find a pick of those players escaping, and they're just so cognizant of the routes that they have to take. And Saiyan really hasn't found a player. He finally hits a no-scope, but can he get the kill? No, he cannot. And all that sniper life, man, Bubudubu went down twice, and no kills really came out of it for Saiyan, and now all of a sudden the sniper rifle's almost gone. It looked as if the comeback was on the horizon. A sniper rifle, brand new, an overshield, ready to go, and they just weren't able to put it into execution, but they finally find 2 big kills right here. They do it without the overshield this time. They're able to put them off rotation. They know that they're going to be spawning over at the tram. Now it's coming down to another set of pids, and we see Saiyan win one with the help of a team shot from Bound.
Yeah, nice spree right there from Saiyan before he goes down. That does bring our score to 16 to 19 here. So just a 3-kill game. Bubu looking to win this fight on Bound. He does take it, so that's huge from him. OS now coming up as well, so they got that advantage. And they did wait on that OS. It's got to be sometime in the 30s. They're now dogpiling on top of it here, just body blocking, though I think they got it. It's in the hands of Saiyan. Bubu going down immediately, though, so you want to stay up in the situation and get a nicely timed collapse, but now Saiyan is alone. I believe he does have the combo, though, so this could be excellent for him, but he's just getting shot from both sides, and this is why you want to have Bubudubu with you, regardless. Saiyan putting in some nice shots here. Just a 2-kill game. There's Bubu from behind, and there's the collapse that I'm looking for. 1 kill separates these teams. You gotta love it, Garrett. They brought it close yet again.
Yeah, it feels like a massive misstep from Bound and Renegade, right? That overshield was getting destroyed by Renegade, and Bound just, I don't know if the timing was wrong or if he accidentally dropped, but that took away the overshield but could not get the kill from it. Sniper rifle is in the hands of Bound, and he gets melted. Are they aware that the opposing player is behind them, though? Saiyan's made one shot, and he lives! Oh, my movement! Oh, that's an incredible live.
Normally players would drop directly down the U-turn there, but I love the thrust to get on that banister outside the back of top mid there. Just a great way to stay alive, and now he's got a snipe for his troubles. You can see him in the bottom of the lift here and plenty of ammo to work with. Sniffs out Demon. That's an easy headshot for him. 1 kill above the enemy team here, looking for a no-scope as well. Did he hit his teammate?
He hit his teammate.
Did he hit Bubu? They're still winning the game. They got an advantage here, but that's a bit of a blunder. You don't want to see it. 22 kills. Still holding on to snipe. He's got 5 shots to work with, but he is taking pressure. Bubu now spawned. Saiyan gonna look to rotate out of here.
Look at this. Saiyan's just repositioning with his sniper rifle. He found one, or he's really just been looking at unorthodox angles, and he's found 1 kill from it thus far. But they have the lead, and the overshield's coming up in about 20 seconds right now. So they need to get to that blue door or to kill these players over at Hotel. And this could be a misstep from Bound, right? He's taking himself completely out of that overshield play by being here at the Hotel. And now they could probably just ignore him and start getting over towards LR. But I want to hear what the final moments between Saiyan and Bubudubu are. Let's go in with our first listen-in of the match.
Obi's getting sniped. He's top gold. He was top gold.
And a blue, Bound, flowers. He's driving with us. I hear him.
Yeah.
I'm shooting.
They're gonna both be here.
I'm running. They're
gonna both be here.
Glass.
Market 3 shots.
Glass 1 shot.
Don't back up. He's gonna be on your market. He went. He's still soda.
1 shot nest. Dude, I didn't throw this 1 shot benches. Alright, minute left. Wait for me. I think Bound still at snipe somewhere. I saw him blue.
What's top mid? Mid yard.
Needing glass. 1 top mid. Okay.
Like yard, Jesse.
Oh. 1 top yellow. 1's benches.
I want to commentate this.
All right, we need to find Renegade.
Oh. All right, let's commentate it.
I think you're like LR.
He's sitting up there, man.
Look at this.
He wants to pray down, and Bound eventually finds him. And, that's Renegade actually that comes down.
Renegade.
And finds that kill. Oh my Renegade! What a spot!
Dude, at 20, what was it, 23 to 22, Renegade's hiding in the cheekiest of spots here. And now Bounty's doing it too. Look at him being sneaky in yard, but he doesn't know Bubu's right behind him. And he will likely get taken out here. There we go. But the time is a factor, and they have literally 10 seconds to tie up this game. Bubu doesn't get it. Renegade ices up, and that's yet another 25 to 23. What a game.
My God, man, that is just so. It's almost, it feels heartbreaking for Bubudubu and Saiyan. It felt as if they were gonna make the comeback happen. They were down. They're on that back foot once again, and behind the sniper rifle of Saiyan, it felt like they were starting to make some momentum, make some way, some headwind into getting into that comeback. And once again, they just can't do it. That beautiful spot by Renegade though, to just drop down and just to know. I think they saw the clock and they were like, we can just hide, take these weird positions where they can't find us and force them to play forward, and we're gonna eventually find a free pick, and that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, that's exactly it. They recognized they had time on the clock. Time was on their side. They had the kill advantage. So Renegade made, honestly, it's such a nerdy play, but so smart. That spot has been, we've known of that spot for so long, but it's still very unpopular. You don't often see players get into it. So just picking the perfect timing to get to a spot like that. You could hear in the comms as well, Bubu and saying, they're like, we need to find Renegade. We don't know where Renegade is. It turns out the man's like Spider-Man. He's just up there waiting, or Batman, whatever you want to say. He's waiting from above to drop down on top of you and bound. I mean, he made some plays here, getting stuck in the process. I think it was Saiyan, though, who really led the board, who really turned up. He had the sniper majority of the game. He had 17 kills as well. So he's iced up. He's looking good. And honestly, him and Bubu, they're playing well together. They got yet another close game. Here's the double. You got to love the plays here from Saiyan, just looking so good. But just it wasn't enough. And Bound and Renegade, who knew they were so nerdy?
Love it. We're seeing it in slow-mo. The big thing, though, I mean, this was a massive double kill from Saiyan, but then they follow it up with just a massive misstep, right? They get this overshield, they get the control, they know where they're going to spawn next, and Bubudubu is just left by himself with that overshield, taking the brunt of the damage, and eventually loses a fight to Renegade. And to me, that's what secured the victory for Bound and Renegade, right? It was a close game. I love this snipe from Saiyan. It's just unorthodox angles that he eventually found one. But
the awareness
when Bubudubu dies with that overshield, and there's no benefit from it, I just feel as if that really just secured the exclamation point on the match. And it was going to be Bound and Renegade, but we've had 2 games in a row that have ended 25 to 23. It's time now for Bubudubu and Saiyan to step up and take this 3rd game.
Yeah, it's definitely the coordination on the collapse. You said it perfectly, right? Saiyan, I mean, he had the snipe, so it encouraged him to stay back, but Bubu had the OS. He wanted to go forward. They got to be, they got to make plays together in unison, and now there's no snipe to worry about. There's just an OS sitting in the bottom of the map, so hopefully Saiyan and Bubu will chow together, because that's definitely what we're going to see for Renegade and Bound as they square off for the OS here, and it looks like it will be deleted instantly, along with the 2 players. That's a 2-0 to start the game. Renegade and Bound, they're still looking nasty.
I mean, talk about that? That's about, I think, the 2nd time that's happened where Bubudubu and Saiyan opted to play fast for the overshield off the start, and it's cost them their life both times where they've gone down 2-0 to start. Look at Renegade just repositioning, listening to the call-outs of Bound to find that kill. Beautiful start from Bound and Renegade. And actually, I want to go in with another listen with Bound and Renegade this time, as they seem to be just going off in the start. Let's hear what it sounds like.
I'm going near blue car.
Manor or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, pink 2, blue, and blue wall.
Okay. Wait, I'm blue wall.
Bundy. Yeah, he was like, blue wall.
Dude, one shot blue bridge, other one's blue window. These guys, bro. Nice. He's blue bridge, I'm pretty sure. I don't see him. Yeah, spawn blue needles, I have no idea. He's a blue Eli. Shot him twice. He's from blue, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, bottom blue. Dude, bottom blue throwing the best grenades.
One shot bottom blue, absolute bottom blue, left side. Other one's car 2 with combo, I hear him.
From blue, one shot.
One's on me, dude. I'm probably dead. Dude, this guy. Oh my god, and needles, bro. These red needles. And P2, you saw him.
P2.
Yeah, you can probably try that. Nice. Over soon. He has combo.
Yeah. It's at 50.
I'm pretty sure he's car 2 just sitting there. He's a native red P-shirt. He's probably already Eli.
Yeah, he's red with the combo.
Okay, I'm front red.
Wait, red car, both red car.
Okay, I'm looking. I'm watching front.
50, bro.
Yeah. Red car 4, one shot Saiyan. Car 2, 2 shots. Both car 2. pro.
Hey, Tom, this is Jovi. This is Jovi.
Okay.
Yours, for free.
I got it.
Blue Bridge.
Where?
Blue Bridge, one shot. Dude, I gotta
Where?
with that guy. The pro player. I don't know.
Hey, Vovi. Or combo.
Yeah, you're Blue Bridge.
I got it.
And what? Listening, I mean, they sound just primed and ready. There really isn't any miscommunication. That they're just working with each other so well, and it proves why they are the Money Tuesday champion. They're undefeated when it comes to matches. No one has really been able to take them the distance yet, and they're just showing it why. They're clean, they're calm, they're collected, and they find pivotal kills when necessary.
But the game is still close. That's the crazy thing. They've got both OSs so far. Usually in a map like this, when the first OS is grabbed and both players are killed without any kind of feedback, you see like a momentum swing, right? On Regret, I've seen 9-10 kill strings with just no answer back. But Saiyan and Bubu, they're holding on. They're keeping it close. But this is what we saw in Truth as well, just constantly fighting from the back foot. They need to do something drastic here to ice up, to really pull away, and it's going to have to come from that next OS grab or something. But so far, Saiyan just getting isolated, taken down. Bubu now left by his lonesome here, going to have to back up into red, but that's also going to force his teammate Saiyan to spawn. You know what? It didn't happen. Saiyan spawned beside him, so I like the little rotation there from Bubu, allowing Saiyan to spawn up. It looks like Saiyan dies the instant that he spawns, though, so Bubu spending a lot of time out of action here. Will he win the fight with Bound? He does, and that brings us to 4, but still fighting from behind.
I thought that sticky grenade was gonna connect. It looked perfect, just missed it, but he eventually found the kill anyway. But Renegade, man, he takes over on Regret. There's no one that even comes close to matching Renegade's talent on this map. He takes it over every time he plays as he just jumps forward, and he has a Top Gun medal. 10 of the 13 kills going in favor of Renegade early on in this game as they try to take a 3-0 lead. Overshield going to be coming up soon, and it's going to come down to this 1v2. Renegade doing his best to stay alive, but that is a missed overshield for Bound and Renegade. But great job by Renegade not to give up his life.
That's so huge by Renegade. He knows he's not going to win that fight. He knows OS is bust. He's not going to get it, so he just gets out of there immediately. And Bound with the movement. Look at this cheeky bugger. Going to make it all the way up to, ring 4. And in the meantime, Saiyan just gets taken down again alone. And Bubu's the one with the OS here. So I'm wondering how this is happening. I got to see Bubu come up, put the damage in, get a little more confident in the gameplay here. They're Saiyan with the opening kill. So Bubu got to fly in with the Chal, use the rest of this OS and just isolate and remove Bound from the field here. Bound being a nuisance. Going to try to be a hard kill. Up in the lift, down once again. He can't seem to get the kill on him. And all this time is time given to Renegade to get back up into a high position here. And it looks like Renegade does come in with the trace, and now 15-9 on the board. Remember, this is a best of 7 series, so they will have to win 4 to take the series. But man, if they go 3-0, this is a bit of a soul crusher for Saiyan and Bubu.
Oh, Saiyan just gives up his back at the wrong time, and Bound takes advantage. He finds Bubudubu, but Saiyan eventually finds that trade, but they're down by 5, and this has been the story of this series. They play close, they end up giving a little bit of a lead towards the mid-game, and then they claw their way back in towards the end, but have not been able to finish yet. I need to see a game from these two where they just take it over, where they firmly are in the lead, where they just play their hearts out and win their fights, and Saiyan needs to win this one. He does. He shuts Renegade down and gets the noob combo to go with it. As we said, they make their comebacks like this. Saiyan has the noob combo to work with. They're gonna find these kills and potentially get this next overshield, and then the comeback is on.
Gotta love the spawn awareness from Saiyan as well, just holding this down with the reticle placement. He does get the kill here. He's got Bubu with him. They could make plays off of this. If they continue to hold control, they might be able to secure themselves another OS, which would be crucial. Bubu, in the meantime, look, they've isolated Renegade here, so this should be a nice kill. If Bubu doesn't go down, he gets stuck, actually, so he is down for the count. Saiyan and Bound going to have to square off here. Saiyan, he wants the OS. He gets flanked, and Bound with a massive play that gives him a free OS, and he's not going to waste any time diving up into Bubudubu in blue base here.
Yeah, you can see that player. I believe it was Bubudubu who just spawned at red and immediately stood still because, I mean, he spawned at blue and immediately stood still because he didn't want to give any sound cue. He didn't want them to know that he was underneath blue base, and it worked, right? They eventually left blue. You saw them collapse in on blue, didn't see anything, and left. And that bought time, and time is so critical when you're trying to take out an overshield. As Saiyan finds the kill on Renegade, but Bound is flying, man. This looks like a playground. He's at the gym trying to get his reps in as he's just hanging above, doing some chin-ups over here on the top wall, and eventually does find Saiyan.
And this is what you wanted to see from Bubudubu with the OS, is you're just a force on the map. You're everywhere where you need to be. You're getting kills along the way, right? Bound is everywhere. He's such a nuisance, and he's always in an off angle, so you never expect the man. Right up into Saiyan's face. It's a 5-shot, a killing spree, and he's got Renegade with him to put the damage in. So 23-15, 2 more left to close it out. I'm not sure how they make this comeback here, Garrett.
Right, and we talked about it earlier. Bound is the entry fragger. You get him up close and personal, he wins those fights, and he had the freedom with that overshield to get up in their space. No social distancing in sight as Bound found kill after kill, and the lead is just insurmountable at this point. At least it feels that way. After what we saw in the undercard, you can never say never, as Bubudubu finds a big kill right there to get them a little bit more breathing room. And, you know, the comeback, it's still possible. We saw crazy things today. It just comes down to playing perfect Halo at this point.
I've become pretty accustomed to comebacks after that last series, I gotta say. So yeah, you never know. Although getting melted and taken down, there goes Bubu. Saiyan with the answer back, but 24-19 here. Saiyan looking confident up on top mid. He's got the combo. Renegade just going to stay there, wait for the chow, though. Renegade just as confident. This is the OS right here. If they get this OS, they might have a shot. They got to come back from 4 kills here. Just getting melted, though. Saiyan goes down, and just, the timing just a little bit too early, and that's what burned him, too, is he didn't get that previous OS. Bound did with that flank. So there you go, 25-20 for Game 3, and now we are at series point already.
And it could have been that when Saiyan went to go pick up that overshield, he used that technique where you use that little bit of a slide to get yourself an ultra boost. And I think the momentum just carried him too far. If he stood on that platform, I think he could have backed down and kept his life alive for just long enough for Bubudubu to get in there and find that kill and eventually secure that overshield. So just an unfortunate bit of movement right there that cost their life. That really just felt like a defining game for this match for Bound and Renegade. It's been close, and then they just put on the heat. When it comes to regret, no one does it better than these two.
Yeah, I sense a little bit of hesitation in the playmaking from Bubu and Saiyan as well. They're hitting amazing shots when they square off in their 1v1s, especially with Saiyan here. Like, you can see it, Saiyan's winning a lot of his pivs in 1v1s. But when it comes to coordinated team plays and getting to where they need to be on the map quickly and efficiently, I'm just not seeing it in the same way. They're not stealing the presence in the same way. And it just makes me think that, you know, they're a little timid on the map right now. And I mean, they're going up against the juggernauts, so it's understandable. But something's going to have to change. They got to fight fire with fire here. They got one more shot to do it.
One more shot. What is the map? We are going into Truth, and talk about a stacked rotation for Bound and Renegade.
Do you believe in the comeback? The 3-0 comeback, do you believe?
I never doubt Bubudubu. But this being said, we're talking about a mountain to climb. This is Mount Everest, right? You have 2 games of regret, which we've already established. Bound and Renegade, they don't lose regrets. We see another plaza where, you know, Renegade and Bound are impressive snipers, but they have to get their momentum here on Truth and start to make the comeback happen. We saw a very close game on the first Truth. This is the time for Bubudubu and Saiyan to get their momentum, and that's a great way to start it. Bubudubu landing great cross-map shots. Bound's gonna pick up the camo, but is immediately burned. Talk about an answer early on.
Here we go. Last chance for Bubu and Saiyan. In the chat, type 1 if you believe in this reverse sweep. If you still believe in Bubu and Saiyan, let's hear you type 1, or see you type 1. But this is their final chance to do it. And Bubu, he's going to back off here because he's in a lot of trouble in red base, getting forced back by 2 players and almost gets 1. But Saiyan, beautiful nade from him to come in and pick up that trade. But he's caught out front base, and Renegade wastes no time getting up in the fray here. That's a melee trade, 4-3. So nice close game to kick it off.
Look at Bound, man, they are just hitting cross-map shots. Bubudubu looks like a man possessed. They are not getting away from him anytime soon. He goes all the way from Peace Street to Car Door to find that player over at Car 1 and takes him down. And look how forward he is playing. Saiyan gets taken out, and Bound unfortunately spawns underneath the base, and Bubudubu is aware, and he instantly starts backing down. But look at Bound. He likes to take the he likes to take the fight up close and personal, but he gets taken down this time. I honestly feel as if Bubudubu is going to be the X factor this game. With the way that he's playing right now, he looks as if he's in top form.
Yeah, Bubu knows Renegade and Bound are looking a little too cocky these days. He's got to knock him down a peg. This is Bubu's opportunity here. So save that Dubu for the end of the game here. We need the ice, Bubu. There's the shots into Renegade here. One more bullet will take him out, but he needs to reload. Saiyan coming in with the collapse. But Renegade opts to go P3. You got to love the movement here from Bound and Renegade. They're so damn difficult to kill. And they do bring this game down to 2 kills, but still, Bubu and Saiyan, they hold on to a slight lead, though, trapped in car 1 as a spawn. A little awkward.
I just felt the momentum like drain from me from that life where Renegade somehow stays alive at P3 and Saiyan gets taken out, unfortunately, from Bound, and it felt as if all the life just got sucked out of this team, and now they're trapped all the way on car side. They're gonna have to fight Bound. They eventually win that fight, so maybe they can get to this camo in time, but Renegade's gonna be able to put it on the body. Can he win this fight? It's a pivotal one. Bubudubu wins it once again, man. He's winning every piv in this game.
It's a trade, but honestly, that is a win in Bubu's book for sure. 10-8 on the board here. Saiyan getting hit by the nade here. Does stay up, though. He's getting shot in the back. Rough's position for Saiyan, but love to live. Bubu comes in and 5s to save him. And they still lead here. Bound gonna fly out with the chow here. He wants that trade, and he gets it. I mean, I guess Bound gets what he wants. Bound almost gets a double, but Bubu with the red bar, he does go down. Two kills, still leading. So for the first time, honestly, for the first half of this game, Bubu and Saiyan, they do have the control. They do hold on to the narrow lead.
It might as well have been a double for Bound. I mean, he makes that player red bar in a situation where they probably shouldn't even take a lick of damage. Bound so deadly. Oh, when he's really close to you. Renegade needs to win this fight. Saiyan comes out on top of Bound, quick to trade. As we saw a really early lead from Bubudubu and Saiyan be cut apart. Now we're just going into that spot where it's just trade for trade style Halo. These players are starting to feel comfortable. The shots are hitting. Saiyan trying his best to stay alive in the window. He's going to do that for now. Renegade taking damage, but finds Bubudubu on the other end, and Bound finds his kill as well, and that'll tie up the game. They have complete P control. They're waiting for them to spawn in the bubble. That's exactly what happened. Bound, once again, just missing a little bit of movement. This is so uncharacteristic of him. We usually just see him 100% hit his jumps, but not quite going his way this time on Truth, as he's going to fight a 1-on-2. He's going to get taken down. Renegade pushes himself up, but Saiyan wins that fight. A double kill and a Top Gun medal for him. Camouflage coming up in about 20 to 30 seconds. It's going to be the impact play, this next camo.
Such a big double from Saiyan. They can't lose that lead. They can't lose that momentum. The moment that happens, I don't know if I continue to believe here, Garrett. So they got to hold on. We got the camo coming up here. Saiyan now on P1. Not an ideal position to be in, but I like this sneaky player. He knows he can't just sit on P1, so he gets behind Renegade. He's got Bound to take out as well, though, so double dilemma for Saiyan. He's putting shots into both, but Renegade comes back with the challenge, and Bound gets the camo. Bubu now ISO. He's taken down, and this is what I was worried about. Garrett Bound's just doing 720s. He's spinning around. Somehow Renegade gets lit up, though, but Bound, he's got an advantage here.
Yeah, this is going to be a crucial moment for Bound. You can tell that they're feeling confident, but he can't let this camo go for naught, right? He has to find a +1, a +2 with it, but he can't be slow enough that Renegade's just going to get picked off in 1v2s while he's trying to make a play happen. Bound eventually finds the creep walk up to Bubudubu. He gets the shots in. Bubudubu throws the nade, but the nade misses. Renegade eventually finds the trade. Saiyan needs to kill Bound. Saiyan does kill Bound. Renegade's flying. He wants this kill. He's hunting him down. The nades don't connect. Saiyan trying his best to stay alive. Bubudubu's going to come from P2, swooping in like the hero he is, getting shots in the back, trying to get this player down. Renegade eventually lives, but is taken out at the last moment. Bubudubu comes in like the superhero he is and finds two critical moments. They get themselves a lead and control of the map.
You gotta love the ice from Bubu and Saiyan here. Just pure pro player talent on this team. Not backing down. They're down 3-0, but they are looking better than ever in Game 4 here. 1 kill lead. They got to hold on to it. Bubu just going to try to stay up in blue to let Saiyan come back and put some damage in. You got a player up on top mid. You got Bound just flying him for the challenge, but Bubu says, get out of my face. He almost has the kill here. Bound being a difficult target, but he's right above him. That's a big kill from Bubu, and now a 1v1. Saiyan and Renegade. Saiyan takes it 23-20. 2 kills left to close it out, and we might have a bit of a reversal here coming out of Bubu and Saiyan.
And this is the first time that we really felt that Bubudubu and Saiyan have the momentum, that they are in the driving position, that they can really choose their own outcome this time around. But Bubudubu needs to live. Renegade's hitting insane shots from that bottom mid position, but he's going to get caught out on the jump up. The nade hits, but cannot finish. Saiyan went down while this was happening. Bubudubu needs to live. He needs to win. The reversal medal is there, 24-21, and now he gets the camo to go with it. Bubudubu, take my energy and take this game number 4 and push us to a game 5.
Bubu might have saved the game by grabbing that camo, unless he gets stuck though. Getting stuck on the clambers here. He's alone in the attic. No. He's gonna get pinched and taken down, and he can't seem to get a kill. Somehow he lives though. My God, he's out front base. He gets chased down. Saiyan, an opportunity to get a kill here. He's looking for a scrappy trade, but now he's got to slow it down. He's getting pushed right up and by him low. He's lonesome here. He's got 2 players on him, getting shots from both. And he ice up on the Renegade. He can't get the shot. 24-24. What Bubu does manage to clutch up and get the kill. They will take a game. And maybe we've got a series on our hands here, Garrett.
Whew. Guys, we talked about it. Was the comeback possible? Is the reverse sweep possible? And I'm here to tell you, if you believe in this reverse sweep, there's one thing you can do to give your energy to this team. One action that you can take to make this reverse sweep happen. Follow the Twitch channel, smash that heart button, follow the Twitch channel. The reverse sweep will happen. I believe in it. Bubudubu, take the energy and force the reverse sweep. We're at least getting a game number 5.
I mean, the man does speak the truth. You're not going to find better twos content anywhere else right now. You better follow the channel because, my God, what a series this has been so far. Saiyan and Bubu, my heart goes out to you because I just about had a heart attack at the end of that game, Garrett. My God, that was so tense. Bubu managing to secure camo, but he goes down, does damage. Saiyan flying in. Bubu coming back, just trying to get 1 kill was all they needed. And it all started with that early momentum they had there in game 1. Are we in another game? No, this is replays. I'm freaking out here, Garrett. My God, we're about to get a game 5 on our hands.
We are wired up right now. But man, this is such a close game, right? There's so many highs and lows for each team. We saw such an incredible start from Bubudubu and Saiyan that basically instantly got nullified by a massive live by Renegade over at P3, and then it really just felt back and forth until we saw incredible pivs won by Bubudubu.
Right here,
to give them the momentum. Oh God, Renegade, man, what a kill!
I mean, you know, Renegade wanted that chow because he knew Bubu was weak, and if he didn't get the kill, he wouldn't get the camo. So he felt like he had to go for it. But Bubu, yeah, he iced up. He had the placement of the reticle too above the shield, just knowing that the jump challenge was coming in. He was so ready for it. And honestly, despite the camo grab, he couldn't live here, right? Look at the live to go out front base. Almost gets the stick. The man's doing everything. Well, 1 bullet. And that was just enough to give Saiyan a chance here. But then the new spawn, Bubu, has to get the final kill. So, man, what a flurry of events. Who knows how that would have gone if Bubu didn't spawn up in that red base there with an opportunity to get a kill. But the match goes on. The series goes on. Garrett, it's time for game number 5. We are right back into regret here, fighting for the OS yet again. And let's see who wins it off the rip.
And you know, Shy, I can hear the villains march. I can hear the parade in the background because this is the toughest map to play these two on. And Bubudubu and Saiyan need to make it happen. Saiyan, once again, man, they go for the early grab and it costs them their life, and it's gonna cost Bubu his as well. Oof. They go down 2-0 to start. Every time that they've done it thus far, it has not worked out in their favor.
Yeah, bit of a flashback. I feel like I've seen this moment before. It looks like Bound, in the meantime, was walking down that spawn, but there was nobody there to chow. He will put the damage into Bubu, but in the meantime, Renegade was taken out. That does bring our score here to 2-1. Bound left alone here. Renegade now spawning up. You got both Saiyan and Bubu very split on the map, and Bubu with a big flank here does the opening damage, but they're looking for Saiyan. Saiyan being a hard target here. He does link back up with Bubu, gets the kill. It's a beautiful 5 from him. Bound with the trade, though. He's going to jump his way. Nope, he's doing some tricky movement here. He's down, up, and he spring thrusts his way back to the bridge. Enough to get him a kill on the Bubu as well. So Bound, he's the director of the ship here. He seems to know what he wants.
Yeah, how many times have what percentage of Halo players can miss their clamber on the on that P Street and then instantly fall into a spring jump thrust to get back on? I mean, you know, there's a nice little percentage of it, but the movement is just so clean from Bound to just, you know, he makes a little hiccup, he gets back to where he needs to go, and like it's those opportunities, that practice that he has in those custom games that afford him those opportunities. But Saiyan finds a critical kill on Bound. Bound just thrust too far forward, and it's going to cost him his life. A 2-kill lead for Bound and Renegade, but Bubudubu and Saiyan are trying to stop that from happening. Saiyan, look at him finding that big kill, but I don't even know how Bound found that angle from bottom base. It didn't feel as if Saiyan was exposed at all, but Bound somehow got that trade out at the last second.
The crazy thing about Halo 5 in 2021, though, Garrett, is the meta is so advanced. Like, everyone's hitting spring jumps. If you're not hitting spring jumps, you're kind of washed, you know? Like, you need to be cracked in twos in your movement to have any advantage here, and it's good to see these players got it. But Saiyan, he's got the shots, that's for sure. He takes out Bound. Renegade now left alone, but Renegade going to get a big trade there. OS now up, and Bubu in position to get it, so Bubu will grab that OS. That's a 48 OS. And he's going to make his way back up to top mid. Let's see Bubu get aggressive with this OS, something we didn't see last time. He has an opportunity to get a big advantage here.
Oh, look at him. He goes back for that noob combo. Smart plays. He knew he wanted to drop, but he's like, hey, I got to have my safety net first. He finds a safety net, and with that, he finds a kill, and he still has a majority of this overshield to work with. And the player spawns behind him. He just saw him at the last second, and that will spell the demise of... Oh, no, Renegade! The reversal! Oh, my nade into shot. Oh, that's a critical kill from Renegade.
Gotta love the momentum that Saiyan and Bubu have picked up, though. They've got themselves to a tie game here. Saiyan's hitting all of his shots here, though he will get pushed up on right now. There's a player right beside him. Not sure how he didn't get melee, but nade's coming in. He's still taking damage, doing everything he can to live. He jumps out front, but Renegade will take him. Bubu now left alone. Gonna try to live up on Carside. He's just got to milk his life as long as possible, but Renegade takes him down, so maybe starting to pull away here. We got ISO spawn for Saiyan. Saiyan gonna get collapsed on immediately, so you can see the timing, the movement coming out of Bound and Renegade here as they fly and they take advantage. But they can't do it with Saiyan getting that melee. That's going to corrupt everything somehow. Oh, I thought for a second Saiyan got a double. Renegade does get the trade, but Bubu now has a chance for high ground, and he wouldn't have had it if Saiyan didn't ice up.
Well, Bubudubu just saw the extra spawner. Bound was in that bottom base, and Bubudubu spotted him at the last second. So that should tell them, hey, top mid is for our taking. We can start pushing up a little bit. Renegade's at P2, 3 shots in. Saiyan easily comes back up to find that kill. And now they can go back for top, man. They just need to get this noob combo, this top control, and get ready for this next overshield. That next overshield could be the key to taking a lead and being in that driving position. Like we said, so often they've been on their back foot, especially when it came to this map last time they played it. This is their opportunity to finally start getting themselves a lead and to be controlling and dictating the pace of the game. This next overshield is going to be critical to making that a reality.
Here it is, the fight for the OS, but Bubu went down, Saiyan alone, so I don't think he can do anything to get to this OS. And it looks like it will be picked up by Bound and Renegade here. So Saiyan, Bubu, they're trying to hold on. The pressure coming in, though. Bound with the OS. You know how fast this guy moves without OS. With the OS, look at him. He's already back up at the center map. He seems to know exactly where these players are in P1. So he'll get right up into the face of Bubudubu, and this is where the momentum string begins here. I've been trying to figure out what episode of Star Wars we're watching here, Garrett. Are we watching A New Hope or Revenge of the Sith? It's looking like Revenge of the Sith right now.
I think we're just watching Revenge of the Sith, man. They're just going in, but I mean we didn't even see the outlines, man. Bound he just knew where everyone was. Use that overshield to get up in everyone's face, man. And the Empire strikes back. Basically, is what happened right now because they are just insanely talented on this map. They really don't let any opportunities fall away from them. And like I said, that overshield was so critical. It determines who's going to dictate the pace of the game. And so far, Renegade and Bound have come out on top when it comes to that overshield trade.
Yeah, Renegade and Bound, of course, you know, they got the OS, they put the pressure on, but despite that, Bubu and Saiyan, they held on. Still a 3-kill game here. They got high ground control. The game is kind of slowed through a crawl here. You can see we don't have the outlines as well, so we don't quite know where they all are. We know they're in red. Saiyan does get that big kill. And you've got up on P2, Renegade staying up here. Renegade doing so much work to just try to get a trade, but every moment that Saiyan continues to live here is huge. They do bring it back to a 1-kill deficit. Bound ISO up in spawn here. You got Renegade opposite side of the map, so this is crucial timing for Saiyan and Bubu to come in with the collapse to get the kill. But it looks like they can't do it. he's a weasel. The man gets out of red base, he's back on top mid all of a sudden.
He just played a trap card or something, man, because now they're trapped in red base and he's top mid. Like, how in the world did that just happen? But we've seen this happen. This is a common theme that we've seen every time. Bubudubu and Saiyan do what's necessary to get themselves back into the game, and then Overshield comes up, they don't get it, and the game is lost at that point. Renegade gets the next Overshield once again, a noob combo in the hand of Saiyan.
Nice.
He's going to be able to burn it right away, which is critical, but Bound's going to find an easy kill, and now Bubudubu's exposed at P1. He should probably fall in a moment because they're not going to let this man live. Yeah, you see Bound just immediately getting in his face and finding that kill. And once again, all that hard work to get back into this game is just completely washed away by a single Overshield grab.
20-17. We got 5 kills left to win this event from Bound and Renegade. Just a little bit more work to do on the side of Bubu and Saiyan here, and I think it might come down to that OS depending on how long they draw out this game, unless, of course, Bound's got something to say about it, because the man gets a big melee. That does leave Tommy alone here. He's out front base. He's going to spring jump his way to the bridge, but no dice on this. I don't know how he's going to live. He's got the demon chasing him down. Renegade does take it. That's now 22-17. 3 kills left to close it. Bubu made his way back up the top mid. He's trying to be tricky, but once he gets seen, he's going to get taken out here, Garrett. 2 kills left now. I don't know how they made this comeback. We saw some crazy things in the previous game, but they're down bad right now.
Well, the difference is we're not watching Vemzii. We're watching Bound and Renegade, and they have ice. They're not going to choke this one away. 24-17 is just too much of a mountain to climb. Bubudubu is trapped in the worst spot on the map. Car 1 tunnel. It's going to be so hard to escape. Now they're both trapped, and it's just a matter of time between Renegade and Bound getting up close and personal. Renegade gets the hit down, and we see the champions once again rise the belt over the head. They are undefeated versus the challengers to come. And they have just proven why they are the best 2v2 Halo players in the game. Bubudubu not having his hottest game of the series, going 3-11, but with 8 assists.
All right.
So he was helping quite a bit.
All right, I think it's time. I think we got to call Shotzi and we got to call Neptune. Somebody's got to ring them up. We got to put thousands of dollars. Louis, I don't know how much money you got. Put it down on the table. We got to get these guys up against Bound and Renegade.
Man, we need to see it, man. We absolutely need to see it, and we're joined back once again with Nighty Night, and why not be reckless? Guys, what a match that we saw for our main card event. Although it wasn't a very close series on the match score, every game it felt like came down to just crucial moments that could have swung in anyone's favor.
I don't think any money in the world could drag.
How do you pull the world champ away from COD?
Yeah, man, he is making some bank over there.
And Neptune's like the up-and-comer too. It's crazy.
He said he's down to do it on the off season. He said he's down.
Oh, okay.
Well, we got to wait for that then. But in the meantime, there is nobody. I don't know. It's got to be the rematch. It's got to be Frosty. We got to get Frosty back in here. He's the only other level 99 player in 2v2s. We got to get him with either Trippy, Skeptify. I've heard Falcated is insanely good at 2v2s, but I heard he hasn't been practicing lately. So that's probably what's going to have to happen. I'm thinking maybe a rematch, but between them is probably what needs to happen because it was so close, right? Like Trippy had that one beatdown in game 1. Yeah. Maybe that is what needs to happen. I don't know. But
you know what I want to see, Nighty? You know what I want to see?
What are you going to say?
Hear me out. Druk and Soulsnipe. We just saw incredible games from them today. Let's get Trippy and let's get Frosty back in. And we're going to have an undercard match between the two. Winner moves on to fight Renegade and Bound. I think that's the only way we can determine this.
I think that's it.
And you know
it
what?
Right there.
You know what? With the Frosty Trippy matchup, even though a win's a win, if that game 1 Truth Ghost melee didn't happen, who knows how that series would have gone, right? So you kind of got to see a rematch there at some point as well with Frosty and Trippy. And I mean, if they can take out Druk and Soulsnipe, I think that's a perfect proving ground for them to get the rematch with Bound and Renegade. So I like your wavelength, guys, but we got to give a big shout out to Bubu and Saiyan for giving us a show, though. I was not expecting that incredible game 4 on Truth. They iced up. They gave us a series. Though Bound and Renegade, they're called the Demons for a reason. They held it down.
I still like Frosty and Soulsnipe. We haven't seen that mix yet. So there's so many different combinations, and no matter what, regardless of who we mix up, it seems like we're having really good matches. That I'm not calling undercard. I'm not doing it. That co-main event, fantastic. The series, I'm not gonna lie, wasn't close on this one. However, if you were actually watching the games, if you were actually watching what's happening in front of you, I mean, at any point in time, a couple things go Envy's way, boom, and Envy take a game or two, and we're going into game 5. That was incredible.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, just a tiny maneuver from, I think it was Renegade on Plaza when he was hiding up on, I don't know where he was. Where was he? Alex, tell me.
Hiding. I don't know what the spot's called, but he's in back tram and he's hiding up there.
he Batmaned. He was just Batman coming down. There's so many little things that could have happened. Here we go. We can see it right now. This was a major moment. Saiyan knew where the guys were, and he was trying to find him, and this was just the biggest outplay to me. Like, this was a major, major moment, and boom, Batman.
That's a big highlight. You rarely see that spot, so it's great to see Renegade pull it out because that's like a 2016 spot. You don't see that much these days. But one thing I've seen in I think it was actually in 4s was the red sign in this same area, right? In Yard, you got the red sign, you can hide behind it, and if you're on red team, it's very hard to see you behind it. But we didn't see that. We saw something next level.
Gosh, this is some of the best gameplay. I'm so excited to see it, but I'm so disappointed. I want to see them lose, but I can't find anybody. Honestly, I'm trying to find anybody that could possibly do it. I know a lot of people are saying Eco and Stellar.
Nighty, get your controller, Nighty. We're gonna do this. You and me, bound around. I'm kidding. We're not.
I'm good to go. We're giving you guys a 20 kill spread or something. Like what?
Still no chance. Calm down.
Still no chance, I guess. I don't know. Bound's been doing his 5-kill chows against pros. I don't know if you guys saw the 1v1s. He's going. He's letting Tusk try to hit 5, and he'll go to 15. The guy's crazy.
Oh, that's insane. That would be such a great stream idea for Bound if he just goes live. 1v1 challenges versus viewers. You get 5 kills, I give you $100.
I mean, he did lose a lot of money that day, so I don't know.
Well, we have a winner view with the best in the world, Bound and Renegade. We've got it again. Let's hear from them. Guys, what's going on? You guys just had a phenomenal... Oh, wait a minute. They're not ready. They're not ready. We got to get them ready. All right, we're waiting. There they are. Hey, Adam. Hey, John. What's going on? How are y'all doing after that? Another win.
Doing good. Great series. Don't have a headache. I actually played like a teammate this time, and I feel like it wasn't close. I mean, the games were kind of close, but you like heard our comms or...
All right. Well, I mean, honestly, what's it going to take to beat you guys?
Alright, I'll talk. Bound says that Legend and Shady on like their connection would be a good match. Or like a connection disadvantage, and those guys are really good, so
really
that'd be kind of interesting.
I like that too. Put the spotlight. These guys are from France, right? Put the spotlight on two players that aren't very well known.
Yeah. I mean, well, they're super well known as far as the EU. They're dominant over there. Yeah, dominant. Let's see what they can do against the best in the world. Obviously the connection is going to come into play there, but how do you feel about that, John?
I mean, I'm West, so it'll be kind of a struggle. But, I mean, I'm down for any challenge.
Yeah, you are. That was just insane. What did you think about the undercard match, though? Like, how crazy that was?
That was intense. I think Brad and Vemzii did not have the ice today. I think if they brought the ice, I could have been like a game 5 down to the wire for sure. But
yeah,
they came back on like 30 times.
So So how is practice going for you? Like, I mean, are you playing a lot of 2v2?
Apex.
You said no.
I've just been grinding Apex. I haven't played Halo since the 5K.
Wow.
The first time on.
Oh my God, Apex is really stealing you away, huh?
Yeah, I'm addicted. Trying to get the max rank.
Let's go. All right, we got the Predator out. All right, Gary, you got any questions? Alex, anything for the champ?
What advice do you have for Vemzii? You know, he just got come back on 3 times. This was his first, 700 people were watching him. What advice do you have for him?
Personally, like, he has to stop playing like Bound. Like, I feel like he does too much. Like, he's like thrust sliding and like sliding around and just like taking unnecessary damage, and like, I don't know, I feel like in 2v2s like it's all like positioning like towards like the end of the games. Like, whoever has the best positioning wins like 99% of the time. So like, I mean, you could like thrust around and stuff, but if someone's like holding a god spot on the map, it's like pointless. I feel like my advice to him is to chill with the thrust in and just like focus on like being a better teammate and making like a team play.
I mean, Vemzii, you heard it. Take the notepad out, scribble it down. You're getting top tier coaching from the best 2v2 player on the planet. So,
honestly, I thought that was great advice. You know what? I think Vem's going to sit there and maybe he will take that notepad. I think that was great advice.
Tony, you got any questions for the champ?
What's the future looking like for you guys in Infinite? Obviously, I mean, I don't want to say Halo 5's chalked or anything, but obviously, Halo 5 is somewhat run its course. What's the future looking like? Like, moving into Infinite, are you guys gonna be grinding it? Talking 8 to 12 hours a day? Is the plan to do twos, scrims? What's the plan?
I am ready for whatever. I've been waiting for Infinite for it's about 3 years now. Like, I'm gonna be on that game every day for at least 12 hours.
Let's
a day.
go.
Damn.
100%. Like, I'm not gonna stop grinding until I'm the best.
Streaming every moment, right? Streaming every moment of it.
Yes, sir.
Okay, where do they find you on Twitch?
Twitch.tv/Renegade. Got the OG Renegade now. So.
You got the OG?
Yes, sir. Thanks a Bound. I don't know about that.
Okay. That's actually awesome. Good brand work there. Shout out to Adam. Bound, you're killing it out there. Do the words I mean, do we have words from Bound? Can we hear Bound? Maybe? No. I don't. No, we can't hear from Bound, unfortunately. But I'm sure we'll hear from him again. We've got
We'll hear from
plenty
him
of
on the
these.
live stream. Twitch.tv/Bound, right? We'll hear from him there.
Is that it? B-O-U?
Yeah, he got the original Bound.
Oh my God, y'all are killing it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see some new comp though. See some like new pros come out, or not new pros, but different pros play twos and see like how good they can be. Because I think a lot of pros can be good if they put in the time. So I want to see, because I really enjoy you guys like doing this, and I think it's like good for Halo. So I want to see all the people coming back, and Snakebite Roll 2 would be good.
Ooh.
Kevin Braden or EcoStellar. There's a lot of good players out there. Penguin was really good. Penguin and Sparty are really good.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Penguin and Spartan?
Yeah.
Ooh, I might have to ask them. I know Spartan's kind of on the fence right now, but he has been putting the time in.
And you could start him out against Druk and Soulsnipe. I know we talked about the exchange on Twitter.
Definitely. I think Druk and Soulsnipe. Yeah, I think you should build those guys. I wanted to see Brad and Trippy versus them, but like the Vemzii thing too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Penguin and Sparty would be really interesting. I think they would probably be down for that too. So
I would like to see that. I definitely would.
You also talked about new players on the come up. Is there like a specific player that comes to mind that you'd say is like under the radar, a lot younger?
Legend.
Bound said Legend. I think Legend's pretty good. It just sucks because like I think he's really good. I just never really played him in like a fair environment.
Right.
I feel like if I'm ever playing him, like it's usually on my server or vice versa.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, it's a French connection against West Coast NA, so it'd be tough. But boy, would it be an amazing story if somehow when we got live events back and they were to take their trip finally over here to compete, and they, obviously they're a really good team, so they'll do well. And then we maybe get like a side match at the event.
Dude, that now one thing I think like what you guys are doing, like if we did this on LAN, like maybe before like the grand finals or something, like I think it'd be very interesting to start like bringing like a 2v2 scene into like competitive like Infinite.
Yeah.
Not just 4v4s. Like I think like bringing a 2v2 scene into Infinite like will obviously like give more players incentive to play.
Yeah.
Even if their teammates aren't as good as them, like
it'll
give them the spotlight too, and it would be fun. Like I love playing Halo 2s on LAN because it's not less like corner campy. Can't really like blast your headset that much. So I feel like it's a lot more interesting.
Yeah. They definitely would. I mean, I think that would just be an incredible thing when you have that side event like the free for all was back in Halo 2. It allows players to prove themselves and get to that area. So I think you're really onto something there, John. Great work tonight. You had an incredible performance as usual. You didn't have a headache, and you iced up. Any last words before we head out?
I mean, thank you guys for hosting these. I love playing these. These videos you guys are posting on Twitter are like really good too. Like, I'm glad to see you guys. I'm glad to see you guys like actually like taking Halo 5 2 serious and trying to build something out of it. Like, I think there's a lot of good matchups on the come up, and I think a lot of players that are pro need to step up, start playing these.
I like that.
I totally agree. All right. Well, that pretty much does it for the night. Any last words, Renegade? We'll see you later, bud. We'll see you the next time. Man, you have a good night, all right, man?
All right, thank you.
See ya.
You guys for hosting.
All right, so the panel. Any last words from yourselves? Guys, you did an incredible job casting tools. You did such an amazing job preparing for this show. And Tony, thank you so much for the moral support, being with us all across the way in the chat, hyping us up, giving us some great ideas in our Discord. And, of course, Shyway for being here and just showing all the support for the Money 2 scene and giving it all the best commentary. You guys are the best.
Thank you. Appreciate you too, Nighty. You've been holding it down, man, as the host. You're doing a great job. And Garrett, big shout out to you too for Garrett's the only one out of all of us who's been talking more than anyone, right? You stuck through both series.
Right,
and
get some honey
you had
down
to
the
yell.
pipes, you know?
You've been yelling at both series. Yeah, you better sleep well tonight. That's for sure.
No, I got an assignment due. Let's end the show.
Yeah. We're gonna send it on over to Louis V. Titan himself, and he's gonna close it out. Y'all have a great night.
Excuse me, guys. Yeah, thank you to everybody. I apologize. I was muted there for a second. Thank you to the competitors. Thank you to the viewers. Thank you to those people that put out tweets and all that good stuff. I'm so happy to have you guys here and involved, and the community really shows up. And we've been setting records every single time we go live with Money Tuesday. We just keep building it up. That stock, that LVT stock, baby, it's going up, yo. So I cannot thank everybody enough for coming out. I want you all to really pay attention to what I'm about to show you guys right here. These are going to be the credits that of the people that go in to make this show. From the competitors down to Mr. Snow, every single one of these people here put in so much work. Shout out to Nighty Night, my co-host here, and he takes the reins of that host role whenever I'm over here pressing buttons and doing all that good stuff, making this look as good as I can for you guys. And then, of course, Shyway and Why Not Be Reckless and Tools out here casting these matches, bringing the hype, keeping the momentum going for everybody here. And then, most of all, everybody that's putting in work to make this show so enjoyable for you guys. Tools, Nighty, Mr. Snow, me, a lot more people put in ideas. Like, we sit down for days and we think about what we're doing here, and we want to make it as best as possible. Shout out to Xander Edits for making the map intro videos, and then Hastings, of course, for making that dope ass intro. I know what everybody in there knows exactly what the hell I'm talking about. That shit is fire, and it's courtesy of Hastings. And then, of course, we got Frag Out and Mr. Snow over here holding it down in the back. We have others that show up. We have Rachel Esports, excuse me. She's with E United. Congratulations to her for getting that gig, and she kills it on the socials every single time. We got people always here hanging out. JMX always willing to help out. It's all because of you guys. This is a team effort, and we cannot do it without you guys. So, signing out for LVT Productions, my name is Brandon Pettis, aka Louis V Titan. Thank you for joining us for Money Tuesday, and stay tuned because I can't wait for the next episode. Have a good day, everybody.